Hello and welcome to the WPBL Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, where today WPBLTV.com brings you more exciting action from the World Professional Billiard League, featuring the brand new exciting game of bonus ball. We're going to get started here in a couple of minutes with a game of 3-on-3, and you can notice that Daryl Peach is going to be an alternate for Pittsburgh. He's going to fill in tonight for Silver Ochoa, who's back in Texas celebrating the birth of his son, which took place yesterday. So congratulations, Silver. We know you're watching, and we're sure that Daryl will fill in just fine. Your team misses you, but we'll see what Daryl Peach brings to the table here tonight in his first ever game of bonus balls. So enough said, let's head down to the floor. Lee Brett is the WPBL referee. He'll announce the two teams and get us starting. Lee?
Thank you, Steve. Today's teams playing in the black pockets. The away team today is going to be Chicago. Player number 1, Mika Immonen. Player number 2 is their captain, Rodney Morris. And player number 3, Raj Hundal. Today's home team is Pittsburgh. They're going to be shooting into the white pockets. Player number 1, Daryl Peach. Player number 2, their captain, Sean Putnam. And player number 3, Adam Smith. The first game is going to be the team game, 3-on-3. Players 1, 2, and 3 in that order. The home team are going to break. Daryl, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
All right, so here we go, and Daryl Peach will waste no time as he's going to break and shoot to get this started. His first ever match of bonus ball here tonight as we get things going. Chicago and Pittsburgh. Well, let's welcome in Dynamite Darren Appleton, who joins us here. Darren, good to have you. Thanks for coming in for the night.
Thank you, Steve. Very happy to be here. We have a great match here.
Well, we do, and it was a fun one on Sunday, and we'll see if Chicago's momentum carries over. You know, they really came on like gangbusters in the singles part of that match on Sunday.
Yeah, I think the interval makes a big difference to a lot of the teams, especially when you're losing. The half-time gives you time to like reassess the situation and come back fresh after the break. And a couple of matches where teams have been down, they've come back on the second half and managed to pull out a result. It happened last week with these two teams. Pittsburgh was up 5-1. Chicago come back and won the match, and it also happened with my team, Philadelphia Aces against New York. We was up 5-2, and then New York took the break and they come back and played really good against us and beat us. So these intervals make a big difference.
All right, here's Adam Smith for Pittsburgh now, as they've jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Let's go over the rules here. The sequence is purple, orange, and black. You notice that Peach knocked in a purple first. It's worth 1 point. Then Sean Putnam knocked in an orange worth 2. The black bonus ball that goes is worth 3 points. That's a sequence of purple, orange, and black. And as you can see on the scoreboard there, it totals 6 points. We have a 15-minute shot clock in bonus ball, or game clock, I should say. Each team trying to get to 30 within 15 minutes. If they do, they get 2 match points. If we don't have anybody at 30 when the time clock expires, we go to a shootout. Any points accumulated in a shootout are just 1 point. So the former 2007 9-ball champ knocks down a purple for another point. World champ in 9-ball is Daryl Peach. What a great alternate for this team.
Yeah, I mean, they really pulled the top player out the bag here with Daryl Peach. Been around a long time. Very steady player, solid player. Never gives in and gives it 100% all the time, and he's going to be solid in this game. Obviously, I think the key is the first game for Daryl. Just get used to the speed of the table, and as you could see, as he made that purple, he landed a little bit short on the orange. But he'll play the shots what the guys tell him to do, and I expect him to do well for Pittsburgh.
First look at Chicago. They're chatting about their first shot of this game. Here's Mika Immonen coming in, obviously feeling really good. A week ago, he was the champ at the Ultimate 10-ball, and congratulations to you, Darren, for a third-place finish in that event.
Yeah, it was a good tournament. Obviously would have liked to have won the tournament. I lost to Mika 10-7 on the winner's side, and then I lost in the losers' final against a young Chinese guy, Wang Kan, 10-7 as well. I had chances in both matches, but didn't take the opportunity, and Mika played really good. And he's come off a dry spell. He didn't win a big tournament for maybe 2 or 3 years, so that was a big win for him.
All right, here's Smith on orange to give his team a 9-0 lead. Cutting it lower left, it's off the mark. It was Chicago that won in a shootout, the opening 3-on-3 on Sunday, 22-19. So they started off on a 1-0 lead in match points, then again fell behind 5-1 before they came storming back in singles. The Rocket Rodney Morris right at the pocket cam drops the first point of the game for Chicago. And now here's Raj Hundal.
Yeah, he's got Rodney played a good shot there and left Raj perfect on this orange, so he can just come off the one rail and play for the black in the side pocket. Just play with centre ball with a touch of left-hand English, just to avoid the scratch in the side pocket.
Three.
He's played that pretty good. A little bit short, but it's okay. He can just play this 2 rails and play the purple into his own pocket in this bottom right-hand pocket.
You can see the shot clock in the lower right there. Each team, each player has 24 seconds to shoot. Andrea is the bonus ball girl tonight. She'll replace the bonus ball and get it set now for Morris. On purple, as Chicago can tie it up right here. They were down 7-0, but they've reeled off 7 straight since.
Rodney played another delicate shot there, played it great. So Rodney's starting to get the speed down in this table, and Rodney's all a field player, so once he gets the speed down he'll get a lot more confident, because the first few weeks he's really struggled. So has Raj, and that's been Raj's downside. He's missing silly little balls like that. He can't afford to miss them shots. When you're straight in on the ball like that, you have to capitalise on them situations, and Raj has not been too comfortable with this table so far, I'd say. Because Raj is really like a long flowing action, so he likes to move the white ball around, and on this table it's not easy to do with these tight pockets. You have to take a bit more care with shooting the balls and just give Pittsburgh an opening here.
Here's Putnam now, and he runs down the bonus ball.
Yeah, I was watching Sean practice last night, and he was in really good form. He was impressing me yesterday in practice, and he made a good shot there, got perfect on the purple. And like I said, like Raj just turned over the table there, and they could get punished if he gets good shape on this orange. And they'll be looking at a decent break shot.
Like Darren said, this started with a tough miss for Raj Kundal in the lower right corner on a very makeable orange. He had a good angle at and rattled it around. Let's listen into Smith and Peach.
We're both on oranges, bank it down.
Yeah, we can bank it down there. Maybe it's a cross.
Use the bonus ball to block it.
Yeah.
All right, both teams on orange, so they're going to try to play a little snooker right here, it sounds like.
Yeah, they don't have a shot on the orange, so he's going to bank it down to their hole. And get the cue ball back to somewhere where it is.
Great shot,
Played
Daryl.
that pretty good. That's good speed.
Get down.
Left the orange close to the pocket, but not close enough so they can play a continuation shot, so they have to play with some sort of kick. He's going to probably kick at this ball off the top rail. But it's difficult because the cue ball's really close to the rail, so it's hard to get underneath the orange here, so you have to be really careful that you don't leave this orange. Oh, he played it great. That's beautiful kick there.
And then kicks it out.
Played that one well.
Nice shot.
Now back to Putnam.
If you can see the full orange, you can play it full in the face and try and get the orange back towards his pocket where he's standing, where the cue ball is, but he has to play this, so he has to execute this ball perfect. The other option is to come off the rail and come up the rail and hit it really thin. Well, he isn't doing that. Oh, he's kicked it out. I didn't like that shot. That was too tough. That was a tough shot right there, playing it that way.
And it looks like he's left Morris with a pretty makeable cut on this orange ball here. Pittsburgh up by 6, opening game of the match. First of 6 this week on WPBL TV. You can purchase the entire weekend for just $9.95 in our store. 5 more thrilling matches slated, including tomorrow night. Thorsten Holman's Minnesota Outlaws and the Las Vegas Dice. That's Charlie Williams, John Schmidt and company. That'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow Pacific. And your Philadelphia Aces will take on Holman's team on Sunday at 4.
Yeah, we're hoping to get our revenge on Sunday. Yeah. They beat us last week 6-5. It was a bit of a scrappy match. We made a lot of rule errors, which really cost us the match, really. So it's want to lose 6-5 and make 4 or 5 crazy errors with the rules, shooting out of turn, shooting the wrong colour. And we was leading in all them games as well when we made them mistakes. So that really hurt us. So that was a big lesson to be learned. But Rodney played a great shot there on the orange. He got perfect shape on the bonus ball, and Raj made a good shot here. Caught the stack a little bit thin, and be fortunate to have a shot here.
He had to connect the cue ball with the rack since he used the opponent's pocket for the bonus ball. He did, and picked up the 3 points, and now Chicago within 1.
Yeah, the problem there is that he played follow on the cue ball. He should really be punching. He should be in centre cue ball, isn't it really hard to try and hit the front ball full in the face. That's why he lost the cue ball there. But they've got control of the table. That's the main thing. And Mika will play a good safety, just like that. Perfect.
Chicago 5.
Adam's in a tough spot now. I think he might have to play the purple what's on the bottom rail near this bottom right pocket. Oh, they're an orange, sorry, so he has left him a shot. He has left him a shot into the white pocket, but it's a tough shot. Very, very, very tough shot on this table. And he knows if he misses this ball, he's going to sell out. He's going to leave shots for the opponent. So this is a lot of pressure on this shot. He didn't really commit to that, Steve. He didn't really give it 100%. It's sort of a bit delicate. Probably played more of a safety shot than an attacking shot.
Wanted to leave the cue ball in front of that line of purples, maybe.
But I think he can kick the purple in off the bottom rail and kick the purple into his own pocket, the one what's closest to the pocket. And someone of Rodney's ability should be able to make this. Bit fat.
And he wants that cue ball to slide in behind the bonus ball, and it looks like he's done a pretty good job. Not sure if Peach has an angle on the orange or not.
Yeah, I think he can make the orange, which is closest to that side rail towards their pocket. If not, he'll have to play this rail underneath the purple, this orange underneath the purple.
There's a tricky spot there.
We'll see what he does here. Yeah, I think he can see the orange.
Good cut.
2.
Got it in. Looks like he's left a very good purple opportunity now for Putnam. And that could open the door here for at least a couple of makes for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, the problem here is that it's a question whether he's got to cue over that orange. If he's got to cue over that orange, this makes it a really tough shot. If he can get in between with his cue, yeah, I think he's okay. He's got a pretty good look at the black. Played it well. Ooh, I thought he made it.
And now
again,
Pittsburgh 2.
You got him right in the heart
6
of the
minutes
pocket.
remain. Pittsburgh lead 15 points to 12.
Where I'm sitting, but he's left that and chance for Chicago.
No, try and make it off the rail. Call the
No,
purple.
you're going to leave a continue if you hang it.
The thing about that continuation, Rodney Morse reminding Rod, you've got to make this because if you leave it close, there's a continuation opportunity for the other team. They're going to take a timeout. Let's listen in.
Yeah, it's a good time to take a timeout.
Can you just, why don't you thin this one?
Thin that,
Come
go
between,
for-
go between
yeah.
here, try to get him back down here with right English. You know what I mean? Got time, bro. Play cue ball, Russia. We got plenty of time.
Rocket the captain has a plan. Looks like Hundal wants to carry it out.
I like that shot better.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Rodney told him what to do and he's played it to absolute perfection.
Wow. What can Smith do with that? And also, Darren, look at every ball is either in the middle of the table or on the Chicago side, so they've definitely got the advantage here.
He's in a tough spot here. I mean, there's no real safety, really. I mean, he's just got to hit the purple and hope for the best. He's going to play the black and put it down to his towards his pocket.
Oh my God.
But he's butchered that, and he wanted the black on the rail. Where the problem now is that he's left the black perfect for the side pocket in the black side pocket. So I expect Chicago to run the rack here, Steve. I mean, everything's laying beautiful for them here to run this rack.
Again, with all the balls on that side of the table, and we've seen Pittsburgh try that a couple times, and it worked obviously better than this might. What Smith was trying to do was run that bonus ball against the rail, which is on Pittsburgh's side of the table. So purposely committing a foul, but even if Chicago knocked down a couple of balls, they would struggle with the bonus ball. He simply didn't hit the bonus ball far enough over, and now you can see it's very makeable right here.
He's played a pretty good shot here. Yeah, he's played it pretty good. He hit it probably a little bit too much spin on that, but he got there. The table's so quick.
6.
Yeah, I don't think he's landed great on this purple. He's landed a little straight in, so he has to play a draw. He has to draw this with bottom right hand English and reverse the English off the rail to come out for the orange in the same pocket. And that's a problem with this table. If you don't get good shape, you can lose a cue ball just like that.
7.
I still expect him to make this orange, but these are missable on because he has to think about getting shape on the bonus ball as well.
Still a very fast table. Championship cloth. Beautiful championship cloth on a Razin table. Here's Hundal now. And Darren talked about the possibility of Chicago to run for a while. They are.
Yeah, Rodney, I've noticed, has really found his touch on this table so far in this match. So he's in good shape.
Touch.
Yeah.
You can see the speed of the table right there. He just barely nicked that, and it rolled the few inches it needed.
He's absolutely perfect now. I mean, he purposely played the cue ball there because he wants to make this purple to open the pocket.
13, 5 to win.
Just like that. Now he can make the orange in the same pocket.
Eventually.
But again, just lose the cue ball with that speed and just got to bear down on these shots here because he needs to get a good cue ball to get on the bonus ball also. But Rodney's played good so far.
15,
so I don't
game
expect
ball.
many mistakes from him in this match.
Here's Hundal now, and this is for the win. It would be worth 2 match points and a 30-15 after Smith intentionally picked up the foul for knocking the bonus ball. He just left it in a bad spot. Pittsburgh
18 in the game,
now
Chicago.
watches Chicago take full advantage, and Chicago wins 30-15 to open up the match.
First one to 30 points wins the game. So the first match is all 3 of us
I'm
play.
confused why he's racking the balls up there because that was a purple on the spot. There was a purple left on the table and he's racking the balls. I don't understand what he's doing there.
Chicago got to 30.
Oh.
That's all you got to
Sorry, I was thinking of the break shot. I never even looked at the score. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I wasn't paying attention, so it was my
That's
fault.
okay. I'll teach you a few more things about this game before the night's over, all right?
Okay, cheers.
Time now for doubles as Chicago's taking a 2-0 lead. Mika Immonen, Rodney Morris, and the newcomer, the alternate, Daryl Peach, and Sean Putnam will throw it down to the floor. Lee Brett will announce the 2 team sides and get us going. Lee?
Game number 2 is the first of the 3 doubles games. Playing for Pittsburgh, Daryl Peach and Sean Putnam. Playing for the away team, Mika Immonen and Rodney Morris. The away team are going to break. Mika, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
You've heard Rodney Morris explaining the rules. He's got a pretty good little section behind the Chicago bench that's here. And not a bad turnout on a Thursday night here in Las Vegas for the match tonight, as it's Mika Immonen to break and shoot. I think Rodney heard me talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, Rodney looks good today. Mika did a bad break there, but got quite fortunate. He got very fortunate as he completely lost the cue ball, but the cue ball got kicked up table, and they're actually laying really good now.
Chicago is the road team. That means they're shooting and scoring into the dark bordered pockets. You see that one? The purple went in. As Morris just committed a foul, they did not break and shoot.
But my team's done it twice as well. I've done it myself. Brandon's done it. Stevie's done it. It's just amazing that you just can't get it in your head that whoever breaks got to shoot. But again, I blame Raj for that because Raj is the one who's not playing. He's the one who should be paying attention. And I've told my team, whoever's not playing has got to be watching that scoreboard all the time. Make sure the right guy's shooting the balls, the right colour. And but it's easy to do it because I've done it myself. And but Raj should be paying attention there.
And I'm not sure, this is the 6th weekend of the league. I'm not sure that a week has gone by where that hasn't happened yet.
It's amazing.
3.
Now here's Peach. He and Putnam teamed up. Peach is on the bonus ball here.
They both go?
Bottom one barely goes.
And pretty nice looking table for Pittsburgh, Steve. Just one bad orange really, which is up near the top right hand pocket, but they'll be happy to get to the last orange, and because by that time they'll have a really good lead.
6.
Well, then we saw Chicago take full advantage of a Pittsburgh foul in the opening game to jump out to the 2-0 lead. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get on a run of their own right here after Chicago committed a foul by not breaking and shooting. Putnam off on the crossbank there.
Now who shot? Rodney.
Yeah, again,
Pittsburgh,
Darryl come a
6.
bit short on the purple. He did play for the purple in the bottom left-hand pocket, but just because it's his first match, he's a bit delicate with the speed of the table, so he's left a couple of shots short. So Sean had to play a bank and missed it. And Pittsburgh have been let off the hook. I mean, Chicago has been let off the hook a little bit. He only conceded 6 points from that shooting out of turn. That's a pretty good result, really. With ball in hand, the other team had ball in hand to only concede 6 points. They've been quite fortunate.
Pittsburgh unable to take full advantage, and now it's right back to Chicago, and they're on a little run again here. Morris on the bonus ball to tie it at 6.
Rodney's got his purple passes the orange, which I don't think it does, but if it does, he played a great shot there.
6.
All 3 Chicago players played in the first week of the season. They did not have a match again till last week, but then once they arrived after last week, they have really spent a lot of time at this table.
Chicago, 6.
I mean, they struggled in their first match last week because they just sort of got off the plane from Tunica. But they played a lot better in their second match, especially the second half of the match.
You got it. Just clip the orange and come.
This is a different game to 9-ball, 8-ball, and 10-ball. It's a different strategy. So
Like a good pocket.
and these guys don't really play too much one pocket and bank pull. Mika and Rodney and Raj. So they probably struggle with the tactics more than anything the first few weeks. But obviously they're great players, so they're going to work it out eventually.
Well, that's where Pittsburgh could miss Silver Ochoa, a great one-pocket player. And
Yeah.
not that, again, same thing. They've got 3 great ones over there, but Silver's so good, so tactical.
Yeah, I look at Sylvia as their captain. He's the most knowledgeable player in their team. I
One.
think Sean's probably the best 9-ball, 10-ball player in their team, and Adam's really steady. He's a steady, solid player all-round games. But Sylvia's definitely the most knowledgeable out of all them guys. And
Come across that.
obviously you can miss that, even though Daryl's shoots the balls really good and everything else. But
Get back down there.
I'd like to see the guys communicating a little bit more with Daryl, because Daryl's unsure of the game at the moment. He only arrived a few days ago, so he's still got to learn the game. But I'd just like to say congratulations to Sylvia and Tina for the new arrival. 2 great people. One of the nicer guys in pool. So I wish them the best, and look forward to seeing the new arrival soon.
Use the black as a blocker. Put it back over there.
All right, Immonen and Morris
Cross it, hit full. Shoot the one you like.
talking over strategy here.
Thin, slow.
Yeah, they can hit this fin on the right hand side, get the cue ball back down just like this, and that's perfect.
There you go.
Against Silver Ochoa back
Chicago,
in Texas for the birth of his son, 7 pounds plus, so congratulations to him, and that's why he is not with Pittsburgh tonight, and Daryl Peach is. And Silver, we know you're watching, and again, congratulations. Look forward to having you back here. This is an interesting schedule setup for Pittsburgh, Darren, because they're going to play again this weekend on Saturday, and then they will not play again almost for a full month.
Yeah, well, I think this is their match number 8, right?
It is.
This is their 8th match. So after this week, and they'll play 9 matches in 4 weeks. That's pretty strong. So they're going to have a bit of a wait, and they're going to be sweating on the other results, because this league's so important to finish in the top 4 for the playoffs at the end of the season. And at the moment, they haven't had a great start to the league. I have noticed the last 2 or 3 matches they've played a lot better. But obviously they've played a lot of matches, so they're getting more comfortable with the arena, the television, and the actual game itself. But they're going to have a long wait to play again.
Peach kicks that purple out of the corner. Yeah, Pittsburgh had a nice win over New York last Saturday before they fell to Chicago a day later. Here's Immonen now on purple with his team up by 6. That looks good. It is.
1.
A shot by Immonen.
Played it perfect speed as well.
I can't really dolly it because if I dolly it,
The good thing is that he will go for this orange, because there's no real pressure on it, because he's not going to leave a shot for their opponents. Even though their opponents are still on purple, they won't have a shot in their pocket. So he's just going to try and make it and bring the cue ball to the left-hand side rail as we look. And that's just about perfect.
almost hit a rail.
3.
Ronnie's a funny guy. Sometimes he'll hit a ball and he makes out it's not going in, so it gives their opponents a little look, thinking, oh, maybe he's missed this. And then it goes into the middle of the pocket.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, and he played that great as well. He's perfect on the break shot.
Rest of the schedule this week, folks. Corey Deuel's Miami Cruise. They need to get in the win column for a match. They'll be in action at noon tomorrow against these Pittsburgh Poison. Then the Los Angeles Wave make their first appearance in a while. They'll take on the Las Vegas Dice Saturday at 4 o'clock. Miami and Los Angeles will also play a match. That will be Sunday at noon. And then, as we talked about earlier, Darren's Philadelphia team in Minnesota, Thorsten Homan at 4 Sunday. Tomorrow night, Minnesota and Las Vegas.
Yeah, got a bit unlucky on the break there, Steve. He hit the stack really good. He has a tough shot on the purple, and it's like Mika just said, it's do or die this shot if he misses. Well, he should be really looking for a safety, I think, here.
Time out.
18-6 lead with 8 minutes left, so Pittsburgh could do with an opportunity to try and get back in this game. So Chicago have no reason to take any silly risk here, because they're leading the game. There's plenty of time on the clock, so they don't want to sell out and just give Pittsburgh an easy opportunity.
Barely goes. Anyway, cue ball.
All right, Morris has a plan on purple right here. Going to send this one to the upper right. It goes through traffic and it heads on
7.
in. What a shot. Didn't look like he had much room to slide that in.
This is the best I've seen Rodney play in the old bonus ball so far. He hasn't made a mistake in the whole match, and he's making a lot of good shots, and he's left Mika a makeable shot in the side.
He's a guy,
Oh, that's a
Rodney
great
Morris,
shot.
that has
That's a
been
great
playing
shot.
this game about
Nice.
as long as anybody since Larry Chabort started pitching it to a lot of your players.
But he wasn't comfortable with the table the first 2 matches, I'd say. He wasn't comfortable, but now he's getting comfortable, and Mika played a great shot there as well in the orange.
And you knew it would only be a matter of time before
Yeah.
this team started to gel, and
Yeah.
you knew it'd be look out.
Yeah.
And they're playing very well right now.
Well, Mika's full of confidence.
12.
Winning a tournament. It doesn't matter what game it is, or 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, bonus ball, winning breeds the confidence. And you can see it.
15 seconds.
You can see it in his stroke. Actually, he's starting to hit the ball with more authority. Just coming off the back of that championship last week.
Wants to cut this purple ball, and he did.
13, 5 to win.
And that was pretty tight into that pocket. Play that purple. They need 5. They need the orange and the bonus ball, and he's pretty perfect here. Just float up, come up table for the black. And
15, game ball.
Great start.
And this will do it, Darren. 3 points and we'll be done.
Yeah, we don't have to worry
18
about
and the
being
game, Chicago.
30-6, so 2 decisive victories for Chicago. They're celebrating over there. 4-0 lead for them. Let's listen to them a little bit.
Shot out of order. That was a good one. I thought we lost that one. I thought we lost that one.
Yeah, Rodney Morse brought up a good point. Don't forget they didn't break and shoot to start the game, and they
Yeah.
still came back.
Like I said, they was lucky that they only conceded 6 points. Pittsburgh sort of let them off the hook a little bit these first 2 games. Even though Chicago's played great when they've got that second opportunity, they've really finished the job really well. But Pittsburgh don't look really to be. If you look at their bench, they look a bit dejected at the moment, and they really need to try and rally.
All right, first half is halfway through. Chicago, there you see, with a 4-0 lead. Let's see if the Poison can regroup right here for our second doubles game of the match. Let's throw it down to Lee.
Game number 3, shooting for Chicago, Rodney Morris and Raj Hundal. Playing for Pittsburgh, Sean Putnam and Adam Smith. The home team are going to break. Sean, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
But I mean, they're only down 2 games, really. A 4-0 lead, as we've seen the last 2 or 3 matches of this bonus ball. You can still come back. And last week, Pittsburgh was up 5-1. So maybe it's a good thing they're losing. So it can be their turn to come back.
Chicago beat Minnesota in singles by a total in match points of 7-0. Mika Immonen over Ochoa, 30-1. Morris knocked off Adam Smith 30-19, and then Hundal pitched a shutout against Sean Putnam. So Darren, in singles last week, Chicago outscored Pittsburgh 90-20 in those 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing Chicago need to work on is their team matches, and obviously, as you see, the first 2 games here, they've massively improved on their team play in doubles and playing the free man, where I always expect Chicago to be strong in the singles, especially with Rodney and Mika.
And again, time on the table in this bonus ball game is the key to that, and give Chicago credit. They've done that, and Adam Smith not happy with himself as he missed another shot that he knows he will normally make.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. That's 2 easy balls I've seen Adam miss. I've seen Darryl come short a couple of times on getting position, and they don't look comfortable. They don't look comfortable out there. But Adam's not as boisterous as what he usually is. He usually talks a lot when he's playing, but he hasn't really been speaking at all in this match, and he needs to wake up. Otherwise, they're going to be trailing by a big lead, and this team's going to be hard to catch. Because with Rodney and Mika and Raj, when they're leading, they get really confident, and then they're difficult to stop. But Mika and Rodney, when I've played them in the past, and Raj, you need to get off to a good start, put them under pressure, and then it stops their rhythm and their flow. Because they're very like flowing players, that they don't like the tactical side of the game and the grinding side of the game. That they like to play the game really quickly. And Rodney's playing really good here, Steve. Best I've seen Rodney play in the whole league so far. He's making a lot of good shots.
He's just given his team a 6-1 lead and set up Hundal now. These 2 lost to Sean Putnam and Adam Smith Sunday in a shootout, 27-13.
That bad. Miss that bad.
Come on now.
Always shot. I think,
Chicago, 6.
It was a tough shot, the purple he missed there, but he missed it by a long way.
All right, so here comes Putnam now, captain of this team, 2-time Moscone Cup member. U.S. Open 9-ball runner-up 2 years ago. Sends home the orange. And now the bonus
2.
ball for Smith.
Terrible shot right there, Steve.
That was
he has to try and cut this in the side pocket. It's the only shot he has.
almost like a rebreak type angle.
Side pocket.
And they don't look. They're not confident. They're not looking good so far. Then they really need to find a big shot from some inspiration and get something going. Look, like there, he's like. Did you see his arm on that shot? His arm
back.
really comes
2.
across that. Even before he hit the cue ball, he's really bent his arm. Like big twitch there. That's worrying.
Smith really had to cut that one. It was a tough shot after the leave, and now right back to the table is Chicago, stroking it well, but Morris can't get this one to go.
We got this.
And so they leave the door open here for Pittsburgh to come right back to the table.
First mistake from Rodney, and I don't understand why he hit it so hard. You try and power them balls in these pockets. You've got to hit them absolutely perfect.
3 7/8 inches. Putnam wants to regroup.
You can see that they're not confident with their stroke. Right. All at sea here, Steve. They're really they're just not at the races at the moment.
Hundal
Quite a fortunate roll there, though.
right back at it. 4-time Interpool champion. Former Moscone Cup member. Raj on purple.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Raj used to represent UK, Great Britain, but now represents India now, so he's not eligible to try and make the Moscone Cup team because it's Europe against USA.
And he nearly scratched there, but did the job, sent the purple back to the upper right.
But I would say with Raj, he's probably the biggest underachiever in pool, I would say, because he's very, very talented. He's got all the shots, all the tools. But sometimes, in my opinion, he tries to talk a better game than what he's actually got. Because to me, he could be a top player, but he hasn't proven himself to be a top player. But he has the ability to be a top player. I mean, he's still a very, very, very good player. He's dangerous, but he doesn't get the results what he should get. And it's a shame, really, because he has all the ability in the world to be a world champion. But I think he puts a bit too much pressure on himself, and he probably just needs to let his cue do the talking a little bit more.
Maybe that last shot for Adam Smith will get him back in a groove. Putnam sends down the orange.
Snooker there, Steve.
Stop.
3.
I think he just got away with it.
Smith beckoned for it to stop, and it did. And now Adam on the bonus ball now. This will give Pittsburgh a 3-point lead.
That's the first time I've heard Adam sort of talk, willing the cue ball to stop. That's a nicer stroke. That's a lot. That is the Adam Smith what I've seen play the last two weeks especially. He's been really strong.
6.
In this game.
All right, here's Putnam now on the bonus ball, on purple. And then the orange down in the corner.
7.
So the key, and John Schmidt said one time, and I'll bounce this off you, the most important shot in the game is this one right here, the last orange before the rebreak.
Well, it's perfect here, and it's essential to try and leave it into your own pocket, because then it's a free shot. Even if you don't hit the stack, you have a good safety.
So he's going to try and leave the cue ball so Putnam can rebreak into the white pocket on the side. And that's exactly what he has done. Folks, in our store, the rest of the weekend's package, again, $9.95. You can also purchase the entire season for just $169.95. You can get the archived package for just $30 more. The WPBL, just head on over to our store. You can also pick up merchandise there as well, like team caps and shirts. All right, the rebreak here, fortunately, as Darren pointed out, for Pittsburgh, Putnam can knock the bonus ball into his own team's pocket so that if he misses the rack, they'll still get the 3 points. But the angle here is great to do both, and he does.
Great shot.
Come on, give us some
Yeah, it's
love,
amazing game, his bonus ball, because if you look at the score, it's 15-6 to Pittsburgh. But
12.
with the mistakes they've made in this game
sequences,
alone,
right?
it's hard to believe they're leading, because they've missed 2 or 3 easy balls. But this is the toughness of this game. And what I like about this game is that you can make 2 or 3 mistakes and still have an opportunity to win. In 9-ball, 10-ball, if you make 2 or 3 mistakes in one rack, I mean,
you're done.
I mean, one mistake you're done. But this game, the game's that tough. You don't always get the
13.
ultimate punishment. So they've got a reprieve here, and they're in great shape, really. I mean, the balls are laying nicely, and this is a great opportunity to get Pittsburgh back in this match and make the score 4-2.
Let's watch Putnam try to knock this orange down and put the cue ball in shape for the bonus ball there in the middle of the table.
Great shot, Pam.
15.
And he's left Smith with a cut to the upper left corner. Pittsburgh on top by 12. So this is by far the best game they've played so far. Looking to get on the board here in the match. They can cut the deficit from 4-0 in half if they get to 30 in regulation.
Again, with this shot, it's not easy, so he has to stay still. He has to stay still on this shot. Any movement, and you miss this ball. And that's, again, he moved on the shot, so he didn't get the right
Get some
contact
speed
on the
control
cue
here.
ball. But the key was to
18.
make sure you make the bonus ball. It's crucial to make them bonus ball. Them 3 points are big. He's left Sean a really thin cut into the corner.
Always
Or
bank that one back
he
here.
might be best banking, like Adam just says,
purple.
banking the purple back down to his pocket.
You wanna
Even the
bank
cue
this
ball
one?
on the top rail.
If you like, man.
But if that banks in
That's
the
cool.
side,
You can
that's
hit it
even
firm.
better.
But make sure you
He
hit it
can
firm,
draw
right?
the cue ball back to the side rail as well, so he don't leave an easy shot for the opponents. And Sean's usually a good
Great
banker.
shot.
19.
What a shot.
Sean banks really good. He's probably the most offensive player in the Pittsburgh team. There's no doubt about that.
Just leave it
Sylvia's
up here.
more like the grinder,
Yeah.
plays a little bit more defensive, and Adam's like a well-balanced player. But Sean really likes to go for his shots.
Putnam made a 5-railer Saturday against
21.
New York in their win over the Pride, and now he's at the
Come over
table
here, yeah, that'd
again.
be cool.
One sequence away is Pittsburgh, but they're going to start with the bonus ball first, then get back to purple and orange, and that'll give them 30.
One good shot here and get good shape on the purple. They should be winning this. Guess they just need the purple and the orange.
Pam, how's perfect?
Smith obviously likes to leave, and you can tell they're much more confident now and really in
24,
sync.
3 to
These
win.
two are.
Yeah, the last maybe 5 shots they've played 5 shots each apiece. They've played really good. Especially Sean, he's come with 2 or 3 big shots there. But he still needs a good shot here. Come off 2 rails with a lot of follow. Ooh, he's moved again on that shot, but he has got perfect. But he's moving
25.
around.
Game ball.
He's doing a lot of body movement. Is Adam, which is very unusual, really. I don't
Timeout.
I don't remember him in the past doing all this, but he's obviously not feeling comfortable at this moment in time. But as long as they get the points on the board, that's the key. I mean, when you're losing 4-0, there's a lot of pressure. You're under a lot of pressure to win the next point. But they've showed a lot of character here. They come back really strong.
All right, for the win. Got it.
27 in the game. Pittsburgh.
30-6. So Chicago in the second game of the match beat Pittsburgh 30-6, but the Poison answer right back with that same score, but they get the victory, and now they've cut this deficit in half at 4 points to 2 in the match. So one more doubles left before we take an intermission. Will Chicago improve on their lead, or will Pittsburgh be able to pull even? We'll head down to the floor. Lee, the referee, will get the players introduced, and we'll find out just that. Lee?
Game number 4, shooting for Pittsburgh. Darryl Smith and, sorry.
Darryl Smith.
Start again. Shooting for Pittsburgh, Adam Smith and Darryl Peach. Shooting for Chicago, Mika Immonen and Raj Hundal. The away team to break. Raj, you're going to break and shoot. Game on.
That's a Scouse accent there.
Is that what it is?
In Liverpool, they have a Scouse accent, and he got his words mixed up a little bit.
Darryl saluted to you, Lee did, I should say, as Raj Hundal breaks.
Yeah, somewhere.
And,
There you go.
of course, Chicago will break and shoot, a mistake they did not follow over. They've got a great opportunity for a continuation if the angle's right, because that orange is sitting right in front of the Pittsburgh pocket.
Just trying to think.
Look at
Oh,
the
yes,
monitor, though. It actually might be up against the rail.
No, Rad's got break and shoot. He's got the purple in the side pocket there. He's straight in on the purple. But like you said, where does the next orange come?
Continue what?
I didn't
One.
play a
Straight in now.
continuation
Or
shot.
now we're play continue.
Orange onto the orange.
Continue that.
But I
Put it
think
straight
Mika's
in
saying
now,
it's on the rail. I think
think
Mika's
it's
saying it's on the
gonna
point
play
of the
shoot
pocket,
that
so
one.
it's not over the pocket. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, my first thought was it was right there, but then after we saw it at a closer look, it is. It's against the rail. Immonen has called continuation anyway, so they're going to go purple or orange to orange and in the side pocket.
Yeah, it was perfect. I don't know what Mika was crying about there. That was Raj played the right shot, and it's perfect on this orange here.
Continuation shot, for example, Chicago was on orange right there, so you can knock the orange ball first into another ball into your opponent's
Wait.
pocket and keep your turn. There are no points awarded, but it allows you to continue on, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, you can't shoot it into your own pocket, only your opponent's. So that's a big rule to remember.
Immonen cutting the bonus ball to the side, does.
Great.
Dress up. Dress up in the corner.
Got a bit unlucky here, Steve. Jacked over the orange.
Oh, baby,
This
hold.
makes this
Hold.
shot like 10
6.
times tougher. Like if the cue ball's like an inch to the right, it's like a lot easier shot. Just that extra inches. Like, but this is pull. I mean, pull's about. It's a game of inches, and but he'll play safer. He won't even contemplate playing this shot.
Pittsburgh.
It's too tough.
Pittsburgh is on orange when they get up, so
There you go.
As good as we can do.
Hundal trying to run this cue ball in behind the
Logo,
bonus
6.
ball, and it looks like Smith is going to have an angle for one of those purples. What he can do with it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, Raj, he had a pretty good effort there at that purple. He nearly made it.
And it sends this one
I think
up
these
table.
guys have got. They
That's all
can
I'm
either
seeing,
cut the
really.
purple in, or they can play a good safety. I think they can bank a purple towards their pocket and try and leave the cue ball
Leave those
near
there.
the bottom right hand pocket. That would be a pretty good position because both teams are on purple. He's going to play the bank, I believe, and he's played it. Wow, what a shot! What a shot!
1.
Great job by Smith, and again, you can see that confidence he's got now. And now
They're on
Peach.
purple, so if we can hook them, that'd be good. But if you can shoot, I don't mind you shooting too.
Thing is, I can't shoot and get you on the 8. Really.
Right. So yeah, I don't mind if just leaving them in this line here. We already got this orange there near the hole. Maybe.
You can tell it's Daryl's first match. He called the bonus ball the 8.
Yeah.
But I think some of us still do that from
Yeah,
time
I've
to
done
time.
it a few times.
It's
I did it in
back
the
1.
commentary the first week.
I think I still have as late as last week.
Yeah, yeah. When you've played 8 ball your whole life, it's you just see the black and you automatically think the 8 ball. But and obviously playing 9 ball, it's numbered 8. So
But he made a very good leave right there. Eminem just trying to play it safe now. And back we go to Smith.
yeah, and Pittsburgh are on
Thinking about
orange
rolling up
and
to that
Chicago on purple.
I was just
So
thinking about rolling up to that one. Kind of banking it. And maybe I can hook them behind it.
they sort of really
the
probably
right
should
side of the one by their hole.
move the orange out of the way of the top right hand pocket, because
I wasn't going to go real far. I was going to go straight at it.
they
and
shouldn't
get
leave a
to the
shot on
rail.
the purple, because the purples are laying nice for them.
Yeah, I feel like I
and,
got to hit it firm though.
they
'cause
get
my
the orange
hole-
in play as well. And it should. Oh, he's miscued.
There it goes.
It looked like he miscued. In the end, it turned out absolutely perfect. Maybe it was just my eyes.
So he stuck that bonus ball, or the cue ball, behind the orange. And now Hundal has got to send the
Yeah.
cue ball to the left rail
Hit
to
a
try to
little
knock
speed,
purple
medium,
around.
Not real soft. There you go. Might get
does
him.
the
Might be
job.
right something. Might be real
Big roll
pretty.
there, Steve. What a roll that is. That purple saved him from leaving a shot on the orange into the white pocket, as you can see. So he made a good hit, but he got lucky with a leave.
Just leave the
And
cue ball there,
again,
yeah.
they'll be playing safe.
That's cool with me. Yeah.
Some of these types of shots is where Pittsburgh misses Silver Ochoa as much as anything, and not just shooting them, but he's also great at finding them from the bench and pointing them out.
Yeah. Darryl played a good
2.
bank shot there. I didn't think the bank shot was on because I thought the purple was in the way, but it's easy to see down at the table, and it is from here. And they're in pretty good shape here. One good shot, get good shape on the purple. They can get right back in the game and establish a lead.
So tie it at 6. The bonus ball, of course, worth 3. And down it goes.
Oh, come on now.
Well, that's
Come on.
unlucky. I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't
jump
want to kiss
stick,
the
man.
orange anyway, but to kiss it and be hooked,
5.
snookered afterwards is very unfortunate.
I guess.
Gonna jump
Sorry.
at this. Gonna play the jump shot.
Peach is going to knock this cue ball over the orange.
But what will I say, Steve, is that Darryl's probably the best player in Europe with a jump cue. He's really good with this jump cue, is Darryl. I expect it to be close with this. If this bounces, if it's
Pittsburgh,
big
5.
bounce,
Come on, baby. Get us once.
he's worked out pretty good there. He'll be very happy with that result. But Sean Putman, in my opinion, is probably the best jump player in the world.
Work it out, work it out.
I've never seen anyone jump a ball as good as Sean
Remember
Putman.
they're on purple
He's
too, so.
unbelievable, that guy.
I got it.
And Mika's one of the best shot makers, so if he can see this purple to make it, I expect him to shoot it and probably make it. There you go.
He does,
1.
right at the pocket cam and in.
You don't miss too many of them
That's all I
shots.
could- That's all I could do. Remember, they're
Them
all
long,
purple now,
them
so-
them
Yeah,
long
right.
cut shots
Yeah.
is one of the best players in the world.
So you get a shot on the orange. Or you can hook them behind that orange there.
Just hook him here.
Yeah, just like Mika said,
Right
just because Pittsburgh are on
That's it.
purple, so they should just
15 seconds.
they
Take
should
your time.
really leave the orange
time.
near their
Keep
side
on.
pocket, the black side pocket, or just bring it out into the play near the black and get the snooker on the purple.
Nice.
That's good.
I like that. Now you put the orange
Boy,
back
look
in
at
play.
that.
Chicago, 1.
Look at that wall between the purple ball and the cue ball. An orange and a bonus ball in the way Let's listen to Smith and Peach.
Start from there every other hour.
Yeah, I think that's our best option. Corner pocket.
All right, looks like he's going to go right rail here with the cue.
Yeah, he's going to try and make it in his pocket, but he needs a lot of luck to see where the cue ball lands, because there's nowhere to really hide. I mean, he's played that absolutely beautiful. I mean, he couldn't ask for a better cue ball. He's left them a really tough long shot and kept the purple near their pocket in the same shot. So even if Mika makes this ball, he's going to roll forward no matter what. So he's not going to have no shot on the bonus ball. So great shot there from Adam.
That cue ball is resting right up. If it's not against the rail, it is very, very close.
Yeah, he's going to bank this, come off 2 rails, try and get behind the other orange. And he's played that good as well. Played that pretty good.
So a nice shot by Imonen now, and here's Peach again.
Great shot. Oh.
Here comes Smith. They'll chat.
I couldn't hit it any better myself.
Yeah, I think he's got a kick at this, Steve. Mika's played it. He's put locks on him right here. It might be best playing a jump shot. It might be best playing the jump shot here and just try and make it, even though there's a lot of distance between the cue ball and the black. Let's see what they say.
120,000.
Well, not behind the purple because of a continuation, but like, yeah, up here. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like they're going to play a deliberate foul. He's going to put the black on their side rail, which is a clever shot. Because I know they're conceding 2 points, but...
what after that? You know, the bonus ball over there.
Yeah,
left
but
rail.
the big thing is that they do have ball in hand, so he can leave an angle on this orange and try and make the orange come off the side rail and try and kick the bonus ball into play.
I know, just like a nudge speed.
Like Darryl didn't really get the 8 ball, the black ball, sorry, in a perfect position. This is a pretty easy shot, really. If he hits this good, he should get this in play. Nearly. He needed he just needs to contact that ball a little bit thicker, and it would have been perfect for the side pocket. So again, Pittsburgh made a really good decision there, and they're only going to concede the 2 points. So that was good play from Pittsburgh.
Go for the bank on it and try.
Bank and then sell out that one.
I know, but the black's going to be on our side. No, play safe. Try to get them safe.
Pittsburgh on purple next, so let's see the leave here for Imonen if indeed he does play it safe.
Get out of there.
No, it's good. It's good.
Chicago, 2.
Good shot.
That's a good shot. I like that shot.
Yeah, I don't know anything I don't like about that shot, really, Steve. Well, the good thing is that both guys are on purple now, so Mika actually played the right shot there. I was thinking if he was on orange, if Chicago was on orange, that shot's no good because he's just going to roll behind the purple and put him in a snooker. Where it is now, these guys are going to make a decision. I think he's going to try and hit this fin and come around the back of the orange and the black. Play safe that way. He's playing a double bank. Wow.
Stop. Yeah, but I just, I didn't want to sell anything out, you know what I mean?
Just cut it.
All right, now Hundal.
Between the orange and black. Yeah.
15 points scored. We're more than halfway through this one. No shootouts so far, Darren. That's a little unusual. We're almost to the intermission. Usually we've had at least one by now.
Yeah, well, what's happened in this match is that Chicago are very quick players anyway, and when they've got their opportunity, they've like run 15, 18 balls, and that's what you got to do at this game. And but this game might go to a shootout. The way this tactical affair, the way this game's going, it's looking like a shootout. But it's a big game for both teams because it's the last game before the half-time, and Chicago, they can create a big lead going into half-time, and Pittsburgh can really cut it down. I think Pittsburgh would be delighted with a 4-3 going into the second half.
1.
Chicago, if it was 4-3, they'd be disappointed with the half-time lead. But Mika played another great bank there.
Come back, play for the same pocket.
That was a really nice shot by Imonen. And now back it goes to Hundal on orange, and we'll see if that can get Chicago started here. Hundal sends down the orange, and now they'll re-break up 12-6.
Yeah, Raj doesn't look comfortable. Raj is the only guy in the Chicago team that doesn't look confident today, and not really hitting the ball the way he would like.
Now, from this angle right here, if Imonen goes to the upper right, he should be able to find some sort of path to the rack, do you think?
Well, the key is to make sure you make the ball. This is a missable shot. There you go. He's
Easy,
been very,
replaceable
very
baseball.
fortunate, Steve, because he's missed a stack
Something?
and he nearly scratched.
No, you get
It's
nudged,
like
just
the
top
cue
one.
ball's
Draw the cue
jarred
ball
in the
past the
pocket
ball.
and it's come out.
6.
And now they have a good safety shot.
Or draw it?
So Raj left him a tough shot there, though.
rack.
That was the problem. And
More.
he got a little fortunate there,
There
so
you
not
go.
scratch. He's played
Nice.
a good shot there.
Chicago,
The
6.
cue ball's got to hit the rail, though, Steve. I don't think Lee was looking there, you know, because the cue ball and the object ball's got to hit the rail, and I think it just touched. The cue ball just touched.
Straight back.
You have to watch that carefully. As it turned out, they're in great shape now, Chicago.
Pittsburgh on purple, so here's Smith. You can see white pockets for Pittsburgh they're shooting at, just not a whole lot unless he can get this back to the upper left, and it's going to be just off the mark, but the leave was pretty good by Adam Smith, unless Eminem can cut this purple to the side.
Double bank over of some sort.
You see that purple down there? Or no?
He kicked
There,
that
purple.
purple.
Stand up and help him.
Adam played a good shot, though.
Kick it. Kick it where? Kick it down. Down table.
10 seconds.
Good cue ball.
All right, Mika's got to do something here. Shot clock's down to 4, and he gets the shot away. And he may have left Peach a chance to cut unless that purple keeps going in behind the bonus ball.
Okay. You know where's the shot, Mika? The purple that was right in front of you. You double bank it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Are you seeing anything?
I'm not
that-
too sure if
to
his
shoot
purple
at?
next to the black goes, but if it does go, I mean, there's a lot
I
of
don't mind banking or even roll it towards the hole and let the cue ball
there
come
could
down into
be
here. You know,
a
just
chance
into
to
this area
leave
here.
a shot
but,
for the opponent
bank
if he
either
doesn't
way,
make it,
6
because he's
seconds.
going to kiss into the orange, and I think they're frightened about leaving a purple for the opponents if he doesn't make it. That's
Freeze,
pretty
freeze,
good.
freeze, freeze.
It's,
God.
he hasn't sold out a shot for Raj, but I think Raj has a good shot here. I think he can bank that purple off the rail and like just leave it where he's pointing his cue now, but he just needs to concentrate on the cue ball. Getting a good cue ball is the key. He's going to kick at the purple now.
No. Behind that. I'm gonna leave it continue, Mika. Try.
Okay, go. 4.
Oh, that shot, that's no good.
Wow.
Got lucky. He got lucky.
Wow. He's up here.
Rodney. I don't think
Chicago
that's what
leads
Rodney
15
Morris drew
points
up,
to
but I
6.
think he likes to leave, although it
3
looks like
minutes
they
and 8
can't maybe
seconds
cut
remain.
that purple in front of the cue
Too early towards
to the
hole.
corner.
He only gives you this orange. Doesn't it?
You can hit it onto that.
Okay, and send it up. I don't want to move this. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want to move that one. All right, 2, corner.
Use his timeout. I think they had a timeout there,
Stop.
did Pittsburgh. They should have used a timeout. As the end, he just got down to the last 2 seconds and he's panicking and he's ended up leaving a shot now for Mika.
Safe.
That shot clock keeps you on your toes, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but I don't think they have a timeout. Pittsburgh have a timeout left or not?
Pittsburgh does not.
Oh, okay.
There's the scoreboard that the players see. The plus in the upper right is Chicago's timeout.
Right, yeah,
you can
it's,
see Pittsburgh didn't have
one.
one.
Get over,
It's
get over.
Chicago who's got the timeout.
Get over for the corner. Get over there.
Right, I've got away with it again. They haven't really got punished the way they should have done there.
Purple.
Chicago can find another opportunity to score here. There's still plenty of time to get to 30.
To the right.
Yeah.
Up corner pocket.
But they really need to
Send the
get
cue ball
good
back where it
shape
is
on
now.
the orange there, and then they had a good chance to run out the game as it is now. Unless he
play the
makes
speed
this
now,
shot,
ball.
this is going to go to a shootout.
There you go.
By the bank.
There you go. That's a shot. A shot.
2-minute warning.
See, there's less ball. One less ball he can hide.
And now Peach again on purple. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Pittsburgh down by 10.
This is a line for a hook on that, but it's so close to the hole, you know, you'd have to really,
Drop it onto it.
yeah, I don't mind dropping onto it, you know, yeah. Yeah.
All right, what's the plan here, Darren?
He's just going to snooker him behind the purple, stop him from making the orange. The black ball, the bonus ball should be
Turned
the
on.
blocker there. Well, I'm thinking
turn on.
even if he
See it.
can't, he might be able to
Yeah.
kick this orange in, of course. I think he might have left a piece of this, Steve. I think he's left this shot.
Well, it looks like Mika's going for it.
Wow,
He
so
is.
careless
Oh,
there.
you gotta
That's
play
so
safe
careless
on
what
loose
Darrell's
something.
done there. Wow.
Two.
That might, they've got a chance here to get 30 if they get their skates on.
Sorry for
Oh,
special
Darrell's
occasions,
really
yeah. All right.
let that one go.
Listen, let's run the clock first. Listen.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Take your time.
Do you agree with this decision?
No, because they have plenty enough time to get to 30 points. I mean, they're on 18. They pot the black. They're on 21. They only need to make 4 more balls. And they're all there. Oh, they played for the wrong pocket. So then he tried to spin the bonus ball enough
Chicago,
3 rails to make it in the opposite side pocket, which we saw that shot the very first week of the bonus ball from Sean Putman, and he made it. So again, Pittsburgh been let off the hook, and they've got a chance to run some points here.
With the game clock down to 33 seconds, here's Smith on purple to get his team down 11. He knocks it down. Now the leave should be pretty good here for Peach.
Yeah, they should be able to get at least another 2 or 3 balls here, Steve. Just make sure you make the orange and the black.
3.
Shot, sir.
Yeah. These points are very important going into the shootout. I mean, I don't know why Adam's looking. Get down and shoot
Just
the
gonna
ball
make
and
it.
get another
I don't wanna
purple
take a
afterwards.
chance.
So with
Yeah,
the
we got
bonus
another
ball
shot. We don't have to
respotted,
say
they
six.
will
Last
get
shot.
one more shot here. It'll be worth 1, but Pittsburgh has at least been able to climb to within 18 to 9 now.
Yeah, them 6 points. Them 6 points could be key going into the shootout. And he's made the bank as well. That's a nice shot. Close.
Pittsburgh, 6. Will now be a
12 actually
shootout.
for Pittsburgh. I thought 9 seemed like it was about 3 shy. So Pittsburgh will start the shootout down 6. They've got to get at least 6 points in the shootout in order to have any chance at a point. If they don't make it to 18, then Chicago gets the point. If they do get to 18 or beyond, then
Pittsburgh will
Chicago
go first
shoot
in the
as well.
shootout. You need to score at least 6 points to make Chicago shoot again. You score 18 points, you'll guarantee 1 point for your team.
All right,
Game
what
on.
Lee Brett meant was if Pittsburgh scores 18 points, not if they get to 18 points, then 18 shootout points will put them at 30, which will guarantee them a point no matter what Chicago does.
Yeah, I would rather shoot first in the shootout than shoot second. Because you can really set.
Easy, come on
Because
now.
you're shooting with
Come
less
on
pressure.
now.
You're just trying to get a big total and then
Maybe this bank here.
try and put the pressure on the opponent when they come to the table.
That's going to be a
And,
tough leave right there.
Well, this is okay. If you can bank the
Cool.
purple,
Yeah.
they're in good shape. But
Hey, you don't
it's
have to
all
worry
about
about
this
leaving a
shot here.
shot.
And
We're-
this
we're
this
good.
game's
This is
huge. I
all
mean,
offense
Pittsburgh
here.
really need to get something out of this game. So this is a big shot.
1.
Sir.
That opens the door up now to win some points here, Steve.
Straight here, a little
Just
short.
need a good shot to get to the bonus ball. If you get good shape on the bonus ball, I expect them to get to 30 points.
Yeah, they've got some balls sitting out there in a wide open table where
3.
they certainly can knock them down. Now here's Peach into the side with the bonus ball. This will tie the score at 18 with plenty more opportunities ahead. There you can see Chicago looking on as we're tied at 18. Now back to Smith.
Perfect shot there from
6.
Barry. They're in great shape now.
Pittsburgh will take on Corey Dools, Miami Cruise tomorrow or Saturday at noon Pacific. Head on into our store and
7.
purchase the package, just $9.95 for the remaining
straight or
week's
farther would be
package. Head over to our store, you'll find it. Here's Peach now to give his team a 3-point lead.
This is a game right here. If he gets
9.
perfect shape on the bonus ball, they're gonna get to 30 points. Just maybe
feel like I gotta pull
slightly
it back.
too short. He could have done just another 2 inches of roll on the on the cue ball to get to the bonus
I got
ball.
both on the side if I drop back.
But now it's like Adam says, they might have to play for the side pockets now. It's just got straight. If he got straight on the bonus ball there, then they had a pretty easy 3 balls coming up. But now he's got to play. He's played it great. It needs his bounce a little bit. Now it's difficult to get on the orange from the purple.
12.
So he comes a little bit short there.
Yeah, not the black corner, but where are you talking about leaving me? Coming forward? Yep. Yep, that's cool.
Going to leave him a tough shot on the orange. That's a shame. He could have got great shape there, but they've still got a good chance. We got the cue ball jumped. We got skid on the
13.
cue ball there.
I'm
The cue
surprised
ball
right
just
now.
completely
That's a
jumped and it
surprise to me.
stopped
I'm
dead. I
shocked.
mean, he's playing that cue ball with follow, which
Could bank it,
would
but
have took
you
the
know, I
cue
think I
ball
like to
towards
thin
the side
Let's do
pocket.
this.
Instead, it's just stopped dead, and now he's got like
Quarter back.
maybe a 1 in 10 opportunity to make this shot. This is like just hit a note, really. I mean, he's got to hit the ball as thin as possible and hasn't got a clue where the cue ball's going, and he's been very unfortunate there.
So here's Smith now. He's got to make this to keep
Made
the
it,
run
Steve.
going, and he
He
can't get it.
overcut it. That's
Sure he
unbelievable.
did.
Pittsburgh, 13.
Overcut the ball. That's amazing.
Wow. So a nice run, though, for Chicago as they made it to 25 for Pittsburgh, excuse me. So Chicago now has to get to 25, or Pittsburgh gets the point. If Chicago passes 25, Chicago gets the point.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Darrell got the skid on the orange, but at least
Chicago need to score at least 7 points.
They scored 12 points, 13 points, so
Guaranteeing 1 point each. If you
this is all
score
about
8,
the
you'll get
break
1
now.
point. Pittsburgh will get 0.
Chicago
Game on.
need 8 points to win the game, so they need a sequence and orange and purple and orange. So this is all about the layout.
Oh, that purple's going to come up nicely. Oh, please come out nicely. Oh, no, you got the other one now. Oh.
Well, they've only got about 1 shot, it looks like, on purple here.
Yeah. But the good thing is that Mika's shooting this ball, because he's one of the best long shot makers in the game, and he don't miss too many of these under pressure.
He needs this one. Got it, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's so straight, and he hit that with authority as well.
Now Hundal on orange to put his team within 4. Pocket cam would be great right here. I gave him no choice, did I? But look at that.
Yeah.
3.
One good shot, and they're going to be good. If they play good position on the purple, then they're going to win this point. And I feel a bit sorry for Pittsburgh. They didn't deserve to lose this game, really.
Well, and if they do, and Chicago now is just 2 points away from doing that, they are certainly playing better than they did in the first half of the match. And only to give up a point right here, still anybody's match going into the second half.
Yeah. Well, Chicago needs to make this to guarantee a point, I guess. But they don't want to give a point to their opponent, so they need to get shape on the orange, and this is not easy.
Nice.
That's the best
7.
shot Rogers played so far on the orange.
Game ball.
All right, so Mika Eminen just needs to make this, and Chicago will pass Pittsburgh, and they'll get the shootout point and take a 5-2 lead into the break for the point.
9 in the game, Chicago.
27-25.
And that'll be a 15-minute
Chicago
interval.
picks up
We'll be
the
back.
point. We head to the break with the Fire
Back
leading
roughly
by the score
7:20.
of 5-2. But plenty left. We'll have singles after the break and one more 3-on-3. There it is. Chicago jumped out to the 4-0 start. Pittsburgh answered with 2 in doubles. Chicago gets the last point before we head to the break. So we'll take a timeout for about 15 minutes and be back with the second half. Stay tuned. It should be fun. You're watching WPBL action on WPBLTV.com. Welcome back to the WPBL Arena in Las Vegas. Time now for half number 2 of the match between the Poison of Pittsburgh and the Rockets of Chicago. Chicago has a 5-2 lead. There you see it. They jumped out to a 4-0 lead before Pittsburgh got their lone match points of the night in the second doubles game, but Chicago with the single point in a shootout to take the final point of the first half. So now we move on to the singles portion of this match, and this is where Chicago dominated on Sunday. They overcame a 5-1 deficit to score 7 match points, and it'll be Mika Eminen for the Rockets, and there you see him in the top 20 in player rating right now, which is a combination of points plus assists divided by games played with some other factors involved, but that's the main gist of it. There you see Eminen. He'll take on Daryl Peach, an alternate, so he does not yet have any figures, but it'll be Eminen and Peach. Should be a good one. We'll head down to the floor, and Lee Brett will introduce the singles portion of the match and get us started.
Game
Lee?
number 5, the singles game. Shooting for Chicago, Mika Eminen. Shooting for Pittsburgh, Daryl Peach. The home team are going to break. Chicago currently leading 5-2. Daryl, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
Critical part of the match and a critical game really for both sides because, again, Darren, as we talked about earlier in this match, this is where Chicago really dominated against Pittsburgh, scoring 7 match points against the Poison by a combined total of 90-20 in those 3 singles games.
Wow, I didn't realise that. Well, this first singles match here is absolutely huge because they're down 5-2. If Darryl can get 2 points for his team, cut the deficit to 5-4, then they're right back in it. But if he loses this, then I don't see any way back. So I think this first team match is key. And he's got a pretty good layer. If he makes this combination, he should be up and running. Daryl's a really good combination player, so I expect him to make that. But he has to play a really good shot to get on the bonus ball now, because obviously he's shooting into the white pockets, and it only goes in the same pocket he's going to shoot this orange. So the pocket he's shooting the orange in now, he has to get shape on the bonus ball for the same pocket. So he has to rather draw this shot and come off 2 rails, or he has to play with follow and right-hand English, come off 3 rails.
Purples if you like.
So
Just leaving that one there. Go ahead, buddy.
World 9-ball champ from 6 years ago. Uses the bridge well. Now the lead.
Wow, what a shot.
3.
What a shot that is.
Just about perfect.
And then showing everyone why he's former world 9-ball champion there. We're coming with a big shot right there. And if he gets good position here on the purple, then he's a good chance of running at least another 6 to 12 points.
And again, he is the alternate for Silver Ochoa, normally playing for Pittsburgh. Ochoa back in Texas, celebrating the birth of his first child. Congratulations to Silver. So Darrell has come over as the alternate, and he's done a good job here. 6-0 so far. He's gone through one sequence. Now he'll start on another purple.
Actually, the bonus ball girl did a really good job there, because I thought she was going to touch the purple when she respotted the bonus ball, but she handled that situation really good.
Hey, we don't have rank amateurs when they're bonus ball girls.
7.
They go through rigorous training of ball placement,
Okay,
pal.
that's good. And Darrell played a good shot, so good opportunity here. Good opportunity. And he's determined to get some points on the board, because he actually hasn't won a point yet for Pittsburgh. He's lost the 3 matches he's played so far, the team match and the 2 doubles. So he'll be determined to play his part here and get his team right back in it.
9-0 start for Pittsburgh, and again, Mika Immonen knocked off Ochoa 30-1. Hundal had a shutout of Sean Putnam 30-0, and Rodney Morris 30-19. Those were the 3 single scores from Sunday when these two teams did battle. So this is big for Pittsburgh to get off to a big start right here. And again, in the standings, as Immonen and Morris look on, Chicago is in last place, but not far behind Pittsburgh in the North Division. So this is also big in terms of the division standings as well.
And the good thing for Pittsburgh is that it's not Sunday, it's Friday, so they don't have to worry too much about losing them singles last week. And what a shot he's played there! Wow.
13.
Just rolled on an extra 2 inches there. But that's how quick the table is. It's brutal how quick this table is. And I thought when he hit that, it was perfect. But he just rolled on and leaves him no shot. But he can play a good safety here. Try and leave the cue ball in the middle of the top rail to try and get the snooker behind the black ball, which is the bonus ball. Right where he's put the chalk there. I don't know if he's put the chart there on a purpose as his marker, but that's where he wants to leave the cue ball. And that's good.
Pittsburgh, 13.
Yep, here comes Immonen, and look at the left. Peach left him.
Shot, man.
Mika is on purple, as Darren said.
And the good thing here is that Darrell's in great position. He's controlling the table. He's got a lead of 13-0, and if he can manage to win this game 30-0 without Chicago scoring a point, that's an extra bonus point, which would be 3 points for his team, which would level the match up. That would be huge. Played a pretty good shot, but he has left a shot on the orange, which is closest to the bonus ball, but it's a tough shot. It's like risky, because if he misses it, he's probably going to leave a shot for Mika. So a big decision here.
With Chicago on purple, Peach keeping that in mind. He's on orange himself. Shot clock's down to 10. He'll have to do something here.
It's actually okay. If he plays the cue ball at the right speed, he won't leave a shot, because the side pocket's Darrell's pocket on the purple. But, so he was pretty much of a free shot, really. Like Mika, the only really shot he's got is a bank into the black pocket, the black side pocket. He'd have to bank it off the side rail. And I think he's actually... Oh, he's going to play a 2-rail... He's actually snookered on the purple. I thought he could see a piece of the purple, but he can't, so he's going to kick at this and try and come off the side rail and make it in his own pocket, which he hasn't achieved, and he has left a shot for Darrell on the orange, so not easy. It's a tough long shot, so we'll have to see how confident he's feeling.
Tell you what, though, if this shot goes, then you look at the rest of the table. Purple's in good shape, bonus ball in the upper left.
He's awkward cueing. He can't get comfortable on this shot because the pocket's in the way. So this makes a shot twice as difficult. There you go. And he got unlucky because he's kissed the purple and he's accidentally made it, which would be ball and out.
Nothing went in for Peach, and so since something did go into the opponent's pocket, that is ball in hand. So that will do away with the shutout, it seems, as Immonen now surveys his next shot.
Play safe on orange, stick them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're on orange.
Yeah. Don't worry about don't tell him the game. You don't like that.
Run his point. Tried to sort of explain something to Mika, but I think with someone like Mika's ability, just let him play his own game. I mean, he likes to shoot at balls. He don't want to duck.
But we've seen some players, really get noticeably you know, flustered when they get too much, you know, coming at him. Jose Perica is one. Warren
Three.
Kiyanko's another. There are certain guys that just like to get there and play their own game, don't they?
Yeah, especially playing singles. I mean, they're all like champions in themselves, so they don't really need advice when it comes to playing on their own. Like when they're playing by themselves, they want to play their own shots, they want to play their own game, and keep focus. You know what I mean? Because you kind of lose your concentration when when you get too many people talking. Obviously, Mika, he doesn't want to like slow play this game. He's played a great shot here. Wow. He don't want to slow play. He wants to win the game. He doesn't want to defend a point or anything. He wants to try and
Can you cross it towards
get 2 points.
Kind of lag it towards the target, or not really? No. I'm sure, it's always in the fucking worst fucking spot.
Target.
Peach is called target here, so the purple ball, the orange ball, look for it to go up to the upper right. If it knocks the bonus ball in, he'll get 3 points.
But made it, but still a good shot.
You can also carry him. The cue ball was obviously his thinking there. And now back we go to Immonen. He's on purple, so it's respotted down at the rack end. Down by 10 here in a critical game of this match.
Tough one, yeah. Like targeting this?
Yeah, double kisses in, right?
Yeah, go ahead, call it.
Even if the purple goes, it's not a foul. So.
Yeah, target.
Target.
All right, he's going to try a target now with that bonus ball sitting up near his pocket. That's off the mark.
Don't get out of there.
Oh, there's purple. Watch the purple.
And it'll be peach on orange again.
Might have a target now.
I didn't really agree with the shot when Mika played. I think he could have played safe. And
Can you cut it towards your hole and spin it hard and go for
the only
target?
good thing
Maybe
is
target's
that
more
he's
than
only going
anything
to
else,
concede
and
2
the cue ball
points.
comes back to here.
Yeah, because Daryl's going to have no shot on the bonus ball.
Okay.
He can make this orange.
Target.
Call the target again.
Leave the cue ball up there in the corner.
What's that?
Just leave the 5 here.
That's right, yeah. 4 seconds. You got a timeout.
All right, it looks like he's going to carry him the cue ball to the upper right corner. Leave the orange in the lower left.
I don't like that shot, Steve. I think he should have made the orange and then just kick the bonus ball out of the pocket and get things back in play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now obviously Mika's he can't get shape on the orange. Definitely going to make this shot. What he's going to do he's going to play a cross bank into his own pocket. So he's going to play this with a touch of right hand English, overcut the orange, and he's going to try and reverse the spin on the orange to go in his own pocket.
He's asking about a target.
Target?
But there's no need because the target's over his pocket. I don't understand.
Target call.
I mean, he's playing black pockets. There's no need to play this shot.
He's going to try it.
All right.
That's crazy.
All right.
He's just selling out. He's giving points away, and he could have banked that orange in his own pocket.
And it was off the mark there. He was trying to work that orange ball off the bonus ball, and now it's peach on orange.
You can shoot it into the pocket if you can hit the stack. You got 18 seconds, but if you can get an angle
This is
towards
the thing
the
here,
stack,
Steve,
when
is
you
that
bring
it's
it
sold
back,
out the game because Daryl's going to make the orange, get shape on the black, and then it's a pretty good break shot. I mean, it's not difficult to hit the stack with that black being over the pocket. He's just got to make sure he hits the stack after he makes the black, but he should be able to achieve that.
And that's what Adam Smith was just telling Peach was about the re-break and shape for it. So here comes the cue ball, and now Peach will re-break. He is using the opponent's pocket, but obviously this is a gimme. But he does need to connect the cue ball with the rack, or he will not get the 3 points.
Well, the only thing is that the black's not right over the pocket. It's like on the top rail, on the point. So I think what he's going to do here is going to play the cue ball off the rail first, and then he's going to make contact with the bonus ball, which is going to make the bonus ball, and then it creates a natural angle for the cue ball to come off the side rail and go into the stack. So I expect him to play the cue ball off the rail first, and then make contact with the bonus ball, and that should create the natural angle, just with a touch of right hand English, follow on the cue ball, and he should hit the stack. There you go, there you see it, great shot.
Great shot, sir.
Played it perfect.
Did a very good job right there, and it was kind of dangerous because sometimes when you see that cue ball hit the right side of the stack, it's a scratch, but from the angle he was coming at, there wasn't a chance of that.
With a spin on the cue ball, he avoided that scratch. If he put the opposite spin on the cue ball, then it could have happened. But he's played the wrong purple. Well, he's worked out good, but I don't understand why he didn't take the purple near this bottom rail first. That would have really opened things up. As it is now, he's got stuck on top of the purple, and now it's virtually impossible to get shape on the bonus ball.
All right, so Peach surveys the orange. You heard Adam Smith remind him that Chicago is also on orange. Always got to be mindful of that. And there's a guy that's made a few of those in his life, and he knocks that one down. And now it's a commanding lead, 17 here. Boy, Pittsburgh needs this, and so far a good start.
He's got good shape here. If he makes the bonus ball in the side pocket and he gets good shape on the purple, he's going to win this 2 points for his team. There you go. Just needs that to slow down. Well, keep rolling, keep rolling. If it keeps rolling, he can play the purple on the bottom rail.
11.
The purple closest to this bottom rail, he can make that.
Boy, what a big run for Daryl Peach, and these Pittsburgh Poison is now, he's 6 points away. That's one more sequence. Purple worth 1, orange worth 2, and the black bonus ball's worth 3 of getting his team within 5-4 in the match. Here's the purple that Darren was talking about, and he rolls it in.
12.
Perfect.
5 to win.
Absolutely perfect, Steve. Great shot there. Just need to put one good stroke now on this orange and draw back for the bonus ball in the side pocket, and Pittsburgh are right back in this match now.
For a guy that's playing in his first match of bonus ball, here's the lead.
14. Game ball.
Wow, okay, he does have a shot. It's not easy, but
Singles, though, is probably really the best chance you have. Would you agree to get into a good rhythm when you're not taking turns, you're not sitting down at all?
yeah, it's a lot more comfortable playing by yourself than it is a team, but and you obviously spend a lot more time at the table.
For the win.
Made it.
He got it.
17 in the game, Pittsburgh.
30-4, and Pittsburgh is right back in this thing now, down 5-4, as they get their first singles game victory over Chicago in any match this season, as they were shut out on Sunday, but that won't happen today, as we now have a very interesting match right here, 5-4. There you see it, a couple of regulation 2-point wins for Pittsburgh, keeping them close, as now we get set for what should be an interesting one right here. The captains of these two teams, Sean Putnam and the Rocket, Rodney Morris, getting ready to do battle, and there you see their player rankings, both of them off to slow starts individually, but these are two great players. Rodney, though, as you pointed out, Darren, hitting some great shots tonight. Putnam has not been bad either. This should be a fun one. Let's throw down to Lee. He'll get it started.
Game number 6, shooting for Pittsburgh, Sean Putnam. Playing for Chicago, Rodney Morris. The away team to break. Rodney, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
Yeah, big result there for Darryl. It will make him feel a lot better and feel part of the team. There's nothing worse than not winning a point. So to get that first point, and it was a huge win. That it's a big turning point in the match. They're right back in. Rodney didn't hit the break good there. And could result in a scratch.
He's got to look out, and down it goes.
Wow.
He lost the cue ball anyway.
Pittsburgh, you have the option. Cue ball in hand or break and shoot.
To the side pocket, but he did lose a cue ball initially. He went too low with the cue ball.
That's why.
He's playing pretty nice to get a good lead here.
It's kind of tough, because this orange kind of blocks us, and I don't know. You got a couple of sequences there.
Peach is not supposed to come off the bench there. He's new.
Take a decision, please, Sean.
Man. I don't know. It's, I feel like that
full of
purple
beans
stuff.
now 'cause he's got
This
2
early
points.
And then you can work those
to get
together.
involved now.
I don't mind that.
Purple, just nudge into this.
Well, he's saying he can do that later, but these ones by the hole, it's hard to get to those ones. So you
Okay,
can get these ones, and then you can do
I
that
agree
one
with
later.
Adam. He should take the purple where he's standing now and the orange, and then get good shape on the bonus ball. That guarantees 6 points, and then he can play the purple, kiss the. I mean, there's definitely 2 sequences there, begging to be made. So that's 12 points guaranteed here. If he gets good shape on the bonus ball, he's probably guaranteed 12 points here, and then he can control the table from there.
So he's clearing out a couple that are in the upper right, and then work on the others. After the ball in hand, Rodney Morris scratching on the break, so a 3-0 start now for Pittsburgh and Putnam.
Yeah, buddy.
Picking up where Daryl Peach left off in his singles game that he knocked off Mika Immonen in 30-4.
Well, Shaw was a bit careless on the first shot. He didn't get perfect on the orange, which left a really tough shot to get to the bonus ball. He's played it pretty good, but it's not easy to get in good shape now. And that's what resulted in that miss, because it was so hard. Because the problem there is that he had to cut the bonus ball, and the natural angle was to kiss into the orange in the middle of the table. So he had to sort of draw it, and that makes the shot twice as difficult. And he's left a continuation shot. So.
Yeah, Morris is on purple, so he knocks it into another ball into the opponent's pocket. Now he'll stay on purple and try and find a scoring opportunity. That could be tough with the lay of the table right here, though.
But I mean, to only concede 3 points with a ball in hand, he's delighted to be back at the table. I mean, he's got lucky there. I mean, Sean had a good opportunity to score at least 12 points, and he only scored 3. So that's big.
Morris runs the purple up to the upper right, just sliding it by another purple. Does it have the speed?
I can't believe that's rolled so far.
Yes.
One.
It's amazing how quick the table is. When he's hit that, I'm thinking it's not going to get halfway. It just rolls forever. It's probably the quickest table I've ever played with.
And now Rodney knocks home an orange to tie it at 3, and he's working on the bonus ball.
I'm just about be okay here. When he come off the side rail, I'm thinking he's going to be glued to the bonus ball, but I think he's okay, and he's made it.
Cut it in there, made it look easy. Is he talking about Mika? I think he said it's your kind of stroke. And now the purple ball running it into the corner pocket.
Very nice shot there. That was a tough shot, and he made it look easy. So Rodney's finally arrived to the bonus ball arena, and he's starting to play his natural game, the Rocket. But he is a very Rodney's like a fluent player. He's maybe not the most consistent player in the world, but when he finds his top gear, he starts making everything, and tough guy to stop when he's on top form.
Well, he's certainly been close to that tonight with some of the shots he's made, like that one. And now he's on purple. Let's see where he's able to leave himself here.
Yeah, he's made a great 12 points.
12.
Here. I mean, them 12 points wasn't really available when he come to the table, but he's created 12 points from nothing. And Sean's sort of gave up the points what he should have got really, and now he's going to be under
Cargo,
pressure.
12.
Ronnie's got complete control of the table.
Well, he wanted that purple to kick off the orange, and he got it. I think Putnam may still have an angle on the left side of the purple, but he can't catch much of it.
Played a lot of defensive shots now, and he has to sort of try and come with something special. It's hard. I think he can get him. Is it okay? But he sort of didn't contact the cue ball the way he would like. Because you really want the cue ball glued to that top rail. It really cuts the options down for the opposing
Clip
team.
it and send the cue ball behind the
Rodney's
orange.
got a straight back.
Trying to overcut it, yeah?
He can play the cut. He's going to cut back here towards his
like it's
bottom
gonna go
left-hand
in, right?
pocket and try and get the cue ball maybe between the bonus ball and the orange, which should maybe leave them in a snooker.
Clueless on that one.
Not
A
bad
little
though.
bit too soft and thin, but it's
Okay.
ended up turning out perfect.
Rolls off, you go in, you're done, right?
End up getting the snooker there, Steve.
Now Putnam on purple as well. Going to have to send this off to the right rail again.
Careful not to come underneath the purple and scratch. That's the key to this shot. Don't come underneath the purple and
Good
scratch.
shot,
He is
sir.
pretty good. He just managed to feather the purple before the rail. That was important.
Make it, straight back.
And now Morris is going to send it, sounds like, back up the other way. This one looks like it might have the line if it's got the speed. Nope, just a little bit off, but a very good lag.
Yeah, and I don't think Sean can see the right-hand side of the purple, so he's going to have to play a continuation shot here.
Continuation.
So he's going to be playing off his sort of options I see is to play 3 rails here. Really spin the cue ball. You've got to really twist your wrist on this.
And it,
Perfect. Perfect
You
shot.
got a jack up
Great
to make that shot.
Oh, wow, that's a lucky.
Foul.
That's a bad roll right there, Steve.
well, he pays a tough price right there. A guy that, again, made a 5-rail shot on Saturday, tried to go 3 right there for a continuation. And he's paid a price right there because now it's ball in hand, and here goes Morris again at the table.
And plenty of time on the clock, and if Ronnie gets a good break shot and
3.
he hits the stack and he
Get
hits
up.
them good,
Good.
then I expect him to get the 30 points, and that will give
You can still play the same
Chicago
line
2 points.
around, right?
There's Andrea, the bonus ball girl. She'll help Lee Brett get the re-break ready. Don't forget, folks, in our store, you can purchase the weekend package for the rest of the WPBL. Thursdays are always free. The rest of the week, just $9.95. Head over to our store. The Minnesota Outlaws and Las Vegas Dice tomorrow at 6. Double headers Saturday and Sunday at noon and 4. All those times are Pacific. Darren's Philadelphia Aces will wrap up the week's play against Thorsten Homan's Minnesota Outlaws Sunday at 4.
There you go. Shot.
Well, one thing about Rodney, he'll let everybody know what he's thinking.
Six.
Yeah, he's very boisterous and likes to play around. And
Continuation. See
uh,
that ball?
Yeah, I think he just lets off a lot of nervous energy by doing that.
Jump continue maybe?
And
Like the purple.
he has a shot. He has a pretty good shot on the purple. I mean, I expect him to really get the points he needs here. He only needs 2 sequences, so.
Shot.
7.
Runs the purple down for 19. Now this orange will give him 21.
Not easy to get back on the bonus ball. That's the only problem he's worried about here. He didn't quite get the cue ball where he wanted it there. Thought he could have killed the cue ball and played the orange down the rail, but can avoid these purples here. And the orange, he's got to get round the back of the orange.
Wow.
Great
What
shot.
a
9.
shot.
He did just that.
Really nice.
Now the 1996 U.S. Open champ runs down the bonus ball worth 3 points more, and he is 1 sequence away, purple, orange, and black,
12.
as Mika Immonen looks on.
One more sequence, but he hasn't left this as easy as what he would like. He landed a little bit short with the cue ball there, but the way he's played so far, I expect.
13, 5 to win.
Absolutely perfect, and this is a game. Big 2 points now.
For 27,
15.
and
Game
now
ball.
to give Chicago a
Oh,
30
man.
to 3 win in this game.
18 in the game,
And down
Chicago.
it goes. That is the score, 30 to 3. So we saw very little of Sean Putnam that time after we saw very little of Mika Immonen. And a big 2 points right there for Chicago to pad their lead. It goes from 1 to 3 in the match, 7 to 4 now, with one more singles game left. And this one will be absolutely huge. Any kind of point for the Chicago Rockets, and they will clinch the match. So it's on the line right here for Pittsburgh. They've got Adam Smith up there against Hundal. Down to the floor. Lee will introduce them after we take a look at the numbers. There's Smith, top-ranked 15th top-ranked player in the league. He's won one more game, then he's lost. Hundal 1 game below 500 as well. So down to the floor. Lee will get him started, and here we go.
Game number 7, shooting for Chicago, Raj Hundal. Shooting for Pittsburgh, Adam Smith. The home team are going to break. Adam, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
All right, so here comes Smith. He was paired up against Morris on Sunday when Rodney won that 30 to 19. So this time it's Smith and Hundal.
It'd be terrible if he scratches.
And that was Roger right there.
Yeah, well, I'll probably put Adam as slight favourite. Well, definitely a favourite because he's breaking. But I think he's a slightly better, so far, been the better bonus ball player than Raj. But I was really hoping that Raj would match up against Darryl. That would have been some nice fireworks there because they've got a bit of rivalry. I'd say
Legal
they're
break.
the best of friends, you know what I mean? So that would have been a nice matchup.
Have the option.
Ball in hand or?
No.
Because Raj always
Shoot with the
speaks
cue ball
like
live or
he
you
should
break
never
and
lose to
shoot.
Darryl, but I think Darryl's got a great record against Raj, so it would have been nice to see them 2 guys match up and have a bit of niggle. I like it when there's a
Take
little
and
bit
shoot,
of
take it.
rivalry between players. It adds a bit of spice to the matches. Oh, he didn't get the 2 points, Stevie, so his foul broke. Wow, that's huge.
He did not meet the requirements on the break of either a combination of balls being pocketed or passing the head string.
Yeah, that's criminal. I mean, that's why I don't like the cup break. You see players like Adam who are cup breaking the ball so that the cue ball comes off the side rail and back out, which avoids a scratch on with a cue ball. But I don't really understand it because it's a free break. I mean, just hit the balls full in the face, a nice solid break, nothing too powerful, nothing too soft, but you want to guarantee them 2 points. I mean, any scratch or foul break is suicide when it's a free break, especially this game.
Oh, that's going to come out nice.
This is going to cost him, I tell you. This is going to cost him a lot of points right now.
Yeah, it sounds like a good break for Hundal as 2 will be respotted. Orange back up at the top of the table, and now Raj, yeah, he's got a pretty good lay of the land right here, doesn't he? Bonus ball didn't move. It's still in the middle, and look at the opportunities he's got here for black pocket scores.
Yeah. I mean, I expect him to get at least 12 points here, and Adams crazy really. Just quit the break that soft and risk not getting the 2 points. So Roger left himself a tough shot here, because whenever you're close to this rail and you got to do something with a cue ball to get shape on the next ball, it's a tough shot. And this is a huge point. I mean, this is the match point right here, because if Chicago win, then there's no chance of Pittsburgh coming back. But if Pittsburgh can win this match, then we have a real match, because then it would be 7-6, and it's all on the team match.
Timeout.
Hundal's called timeout. Now the bench can come down. Let's see if Morris
Ken
does.
join the
Yeah,
timeout.
Morris can jump out the chair, but I don't think he realises that he can get off the bench. And,
well, okay.
I think Lee just told him.
Hey, stick him around.
I was thinking just stick him up.
No, two-rail this.
Yeah.
Two-rail that and leave him right there. Two-rail that and leave him right there. No, he can cut that in his pocket. No.
It's not going to leave him there.
Okay, yeah. Two-railer. Two-railer.
Not that good. Why is it that bad?
Cargo 1.
He hasn't sold out a purple. That's the main object there. Is that he hasn't sold out on a purple. But he hit the wrong side of the orange, and he's actually put one of them oranges on the wrong side of the table now. So Adam's chuffed. I mean, Adam to foul break and only concede 1 point is a pretty good result for Pittsburgh.
He got a big break right there. Now we'll see if he can take advantage.
Cross corner.
As Smith has called this one to the right rail and back to the upper left corner, but he's also worried about the leave here, trying to, well, he got a kiss right there. He's trying to put Chicago in a bad position because Hundal is on orange.
Yeah, but he can shoot the orange, but if he misses it, he sells out. What he should do here is that the orange on the right-hand side rail, he should play off that slowly, hit it thin, and put the cue ball on this bottom rail, on this first diamond closest to the bottom right-hand pocket. Then he wouldn't leave a shot for Adam on the purple. I expect him that's what he's going to do. That's no good. I mean, he's left him a shot on the purple here. I mean, that's just... that was never the shot there. He deserves to get punished.
Well, we'll see if Smith can make him pay now. Adams picked out that purple ball of those two. Likely the one on the left, I would assume. Our left.
If he makes this, Steve, and he gets shape on the orange, he's going to run a lot of balls. I mean, Raj could get punished big time here.
Oh, he picked out the one on the right.
And he's fouled as well. Adam's really jumping up all over the place. I've never seen Adam jump off the... He's jumping around before he hits a cue ball, you understand? So he's really uncomfortable today. I don't see that too often from him. I'm a little bit surprised. Raj got away with that one because he played a bad shot and he's right back at the table and guaranteed a bunch of points, really. If he controls that cue ball, he should run some balls here.
So 2 fouls by Adam Smith in the very early going of this one. We'll see if he can overcome the second gift he left Hundal, as Raj really didn't take advantage the first time, but he already has here with 1 make and now 2, and now he's on the purple ball, up 6-0.
5.
Left himself awkward queuing over the black, which makes it more difficult to make the ball, but also makes it more difficult to get shape on the next ball.
Oh, I like that.
And there you go, he's slightly overrolled. So now he has a tough shot on the orange. Tough pockets these, this is very missable.
Those respots do have to keep you thinking about your leaves, don't they?
He has to be careful, because if he misses this, he's going to leave a shot for Adam on the purple. Because he's coming to the right-hand side of the table as we're looking. So, and...
8.
He made a good shot there. That's the best shot he's played in the whole match so far.
And a very good shape for the bonus ball right here in the center of the table to roll into the side. This would give him a 12-0 lead, and it's good. And now he's really in business right here, isn't he?
Yep, I mean, yeah, he's
11.
at least another sequence here, and then obviously he's going to have to think about playing a bank on the last purple. And make this purple, make the next orange, guarantee another 6 points. That's a nice lead there. He could be on course to blanking his opponent again, because he blanked his opponent last week.
12.
And he actually made a couple of mistakes in that game, but his opponent never managed to score a point last week. So, but he did make a couple of mistakes against Sean, but he still managed to get 3 points for his team. The same is, he's made 1 or 2 mistakes
15.
in this game, and he's still a chance of winning. So it's weird how it works. I mean, you do need a little bit of luck at this game when you do make a mistake, and then you've got to capitalise, which he is doing.
For an 18-0 start right here on the bonus ball. And he's got a slow roller because he's got that purple over near the rail on the left side. It goes, but he's left a pretty good angle right here for a crossbank.
Yeah, it's like landing between. He could have done with an extra 2 or 3 inches roll on the cue ball, which would have been perfect. Now he's got to play safe. The natural angle's not there for the bank.
Smith is on purple.
Playing a free railer in the side pocket, Steve. He's going to come off 3 rails and make it in the side pocket, his black side pocket. There you go. But it was a two-way
Chicago,
shot. 'Cause
17.
if he doesn't make it, the purple comes towards his pocket, so that's a really good shot.
And look where he's left it. Not a bad job there trying to snooker that cue ball behind the bonus. It looks like Smith has an angle, but still a pretty good effort by Hundal that time. And he's got an 18-0 lead, so
Adams under a lot of pressure now. And he's fighting against the shot clock as well. I mean, he's got 10 minutes to get some.
now Smith trying to run that cue ball behind the bonus, and he didn't want it to hit the orange.
He was a bit unlucky to kiss that orange. If he misses the orange, he'd have been perfect. But the good thing is that he's back at the table, and he's got to hope to get the next. He needs to get the next opportunity. He doesn't want to. He can't afford any more mistakes now.
And again, any kind of point by Chicago here, even 1 point in the shootout, they clinch the match.
Very important that Adam really bears down now and finds his game. Got a good chance here. He's got a cross bank. He's got a cross bank, and the orange is laying nicely if he makes it. So this could be a big opportunity if he can make this purple here. Good speed. He's made it. You don't want to make it because he's going to be up. That's very unfortunate that purple found the pocket. If the purple stays over the pocket, it would have been in great shape.
Yep, he would have had Hundal pretty well snookered right there, and now Adams got to go after orange.
Yeah, now he's just lay on it, because Raj is on purple, so he's played a good shot.
Pittsburgh 1.
And because if he'd left the purple over the pocket, Raj would have had to play a continuation shot, which means he'd have had to come off at least two rails, but it was a difficult situation where the cue ball was. It was sort of virtually impossible. So Adam was a bit unlucky there.
And now Raj, understanding that Smith is on orange, sends that cue ball back behind the bonus ball.
To do something with the cue ball to get it on that side.
Just got to lay onto the orange here. Just make sure you've got a good shot. Great shot there, Steve. Nice touch. Because when you're playing one rail kicks like that, it's so important to hit the orange because because you've got to make sure you hit a rail after contact. So that was a good shot. He's going to be in trouble again here, but there isn't a lot else Adam can do. If he can see the edge of this orange, then he's back in the game, which I don't think he can. But I think he can kick at this ball, Steve. I think he can kick off the top rail, hit the orange on the if he can kick off the top rail with spin, just missing the bonus ball and catch the orange half ball, the cue ball will come back towards this black pocket, which would he wouldn't leave a shot for Raj. Let's see if he gets this shot. Oh, he's tying up the black.
Foul.
That's a pretty good shot if it slows down.
And again, that's what Pittsburgh has done now 3 times tonight, intentionally fouling but knocking the bonus ball over to the left rail, or at least toward it. Now in the first game of the night, Smith left it right in front of the black pocket, but a better job by Pittsburgh the last couple times. So Raj might get a purple and an orange. Smith is thinking, though, let's see what you can do with that black bonus ball, and Raj trying to kick it away.
Well, he's played a great shot, and both guys are on orange, so it was a good shot, really. Now he just needs to make the orange and go up and down the table and try and leave the cue ball somewhere where the orange is now, which will leave him good angle on the black. He's overcut it. He's overcut the ball.
And now Smith on orange will address the table. Left with the cue ball just a few inches away, and he's going to go for the bridge.
Doggo 1.
And it's really last chance saloon for Adam. He really needs to beat Raj to the break shot here. He has to beat Raj to the break shot to get his team back in the game. He's played a beautiful shot here. This is a beautiful shot.
Hundal is on orange, so look where Smith sticks that cue ball. Well done. Good crowd here tonight. They appreciated that, and we've got a lot of folks here. Just gradually as the season has gone on, and we're now 5 weeks in, seeing more and more folks showing up here at the arena.
Yeah, for a Thursday, I think this is the busiest we've been for a Thursday since the first week. Well, I'm just trying to work out what Raj played there. I mean, he slow rolled it, but I think Rodney called the shot that he should have played it harder and called the target, because if he hit the orange on the left-hand side, he might have made the target inside also, but also pushed the orange towards your own side of the table. Adam's got a shot into his own pocket. He just needs to kill the cue ball. He needs to play a soft draw here, just kill the cue ball, just like that. Tell you what, Steve, we've got game on now. One good break shot, and Adam's a chance to run some balls.
Well, Smith got where you said he needed to get. You said the first one that gets to the rebreak might be able to go for a while, and it's Smith that'll do that. Pretty much a straight-on shot, bonus ball down the left side, and of course he also wants to connect the cue ball with the rack. Otherwise, he'll have to shoot a forced safety even if he makes. So we're ready to go here. Smith down by 16, but a make here and a good rebreak, and he'll be back in business.
A big shot right here. Big shot in this match. Oh, it was a bad break, but he avoided the scratch. Will he get lucky? I thought he'd scratch there, Steve, when he first hit the stack. I was thinking the cue ball was going to scratch, but he just avoided the scratch. And even though he doesn't have a shot right after the break, the balls are in great position for him. You know what I mean? The balls are laying perfect for Adam. He just needs to play a good safety shot here. If he can find a good safety shot here and force a mistake from Raj, he's going to run a lot of balls. So he's back in the game here. Just needs one good safety shot. And the good thing is that Chicago's on orange. That's terrible. Is it that way too hard? He tried to snooker him behind the purple, which would have locked Raj right up. It would have locked him up, but he let him see the orange. So this is. Might have left him a continuation, right? No. Ooh. Adams on purple.
Works out a little. No.
Okay.
That was a bad shot.
He was really, for that rebreak, probably too straight of an angle to have a good angle at the rack. Is that why he went side pocket?
Yeah, I mean, Adam broke the ball pretty good. I mean, he's in great shape here. I mean, look at all these oranges near his pocket, and they're shooting white pockets. I mean, Raj got a little bit of a nice kiss there. He didn't sell out a shot. But Adam's still in pretty good shape here, because Chicago's on orange, and and as you look at the table, all the oranges are in the wrong spot. But Adam's got to be careful not to leave a continuation shot. You know what I mean? So that Raj can play a orange onto orange and make it into the white pocket, and then that really puts Raj in the driving seat. So Adam's got to be careful not leave Raj a look at an orange to play a continuation shot. That's the key to Adam here. Still 4 minutes, so there's plenty of time for Adam to come back in this game.
Oh, nice.
That was great.
Boy, did he sandwich that cue ball in between a couple of oranges. And now Smith on purple has his work cut out for him here.
Congratulations, you just won the match. How do you feel?
Roger said to Raj, congratulations, you just won us the match. How do you feel? You sound like Elvis.
Well, you can shoot that orange straight in, no?
And now it looks like they're going to try continuation here. Hundal orange to orange. And he caroms it in, and he's left himself with a great orange shot here. And Rodney could be right in what he just said.
Yeah, well, Adam's going to be absolutely sick. After that break shot, he was in complete control, and he all he had to do was put him behind the purple, and he had total control, and he just let him off the hook. And ooh, I thought he missed it, Steve. I thought him.
Touch of a rapist.
2.
Raj just told himself that he's got a touch of a rapist, is what he said. He comes out with some lines as Raj. He's funny at times. A touch of a rapist. Touch of a rapist. Because he's overrun the cue ball like maybe 2 feet.
I am not touching that one.
That's funny. Missed it. Wow.
Chicago 2.
Chance.
2 minutes,
2.5
30 seconds remain
Adam
of this
needs
game.
to make a good shot and get his skates on.
So here's Smith now down by 15 on purple. Both sides are. Again, Chicago cannot give up a point here. They lose the match.
Love to have drawn it.
Yeah, he's got to cut this purple in, and not 100% sure where the cue ball's going, but he should have a shot afterwards because the orange is laying beautiful. Oh, he's jumping around. It's a bit disappointing how bad Adam's played today. Played so good the last 2 weeks, but today he played awful.
And you can hear the frustration he has here as Hundal now goes continuation with purple into Smith's pocket. And that purple will be spotted up, and now he can keep moving. And Raj,
he needs 9 points with a minute. He's got plenty of time, so the match is all over, I'm afraid.
purple down. Now he's got the orange in the side. Black bonus ball sitting very near the middle of the table.
I like this shot.
Hit something, was there? Oh, good shot. Get up, get up, get up. Nice.
Okay, yeah, it's okay.
Boy, this table is just fast enough. When you need a couple
20
more
times.
revolutions, you're
Yeah.
probably going to get it.
Yeah, that was kept rolling there. I thought he was sure. He just needs a purple and orange, and
This in the orange.
team are
that's
going
it.
to be winning
6.
their second match in consecutive wins for Chicago after a terrible start to this league.
7. Game ball.
They're finding their feet in this league, and there was one of the teams on paper what we thought would be dangerous, and now they're starting to show it.
They average 6
9 in the
points
game,
per
Chicago.
match coming in. They've already passed that now. They've clinched the match here because Hundal wins 30-6, and it is a 9-4 lead now for Chicago. And if you're Pittsburgh, all you could hope to do is pick up some valuable points right here in the final game of the match, but it is going to go Chicago's way. So the Rockets, after losing their first 2 matches of the season, are going to win their next 2, both against Pittsburgh. The only question left, what will the score be in this match? We'll play one more 3-on-3 and find out just that, and Lee will get it started. Lee?
Game number 8, the final game of the evening, is the team game where the players now going to go in reverse order. Player 3, player 2, and then player 1. The away team are going to break. Chicago, Raj, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
All right, so here comes Hundal now, fresh off of his 30-6 victory over Adam Smith, and he will break and he will shoot. Pittsburgh in 5th place starting the night in the North Division, averaging 7.4 match points per contest. Chicago at averaging 6 points per match coming in.
Break's perfect. I mean, they're all laying on their side of the table. I expect a big run here.
Yeah, don't get distracted. We shot her.
Raj with 1. Now it's Morris's turn. Again, they go in reverse order from the opening 3-on-3 in the finale.
Leave me for the corner.
Great lay this table.
Three.
Oh, I think Rodney actually played for the side pocket, but it's rolled up short, and now he's left a more difficult shot for Mika. But just make the black and good shape on the purple. The balls are really laying nicely.
Yeah, they've got a cluster of them up there in the upper right, and Mika may have overcut it. Nope, he
That's
just
a tight pocket there.
3 7/8 was just enough for that one.
6.
He hit it good, but I mean, that's sometimes you can hit them good and they still don't go.
Now Hundal on purple slides it in.
He's just cue ball to slow down though. Just okay.
7.
He's turned out perfect now because he just draw back for the black in the side pocket.
Gonna bring it straight back.
They draw back for the bonus in the side pocket. You don't want to land. You'd like to get past the side pocket so that he can go natural shape for the next purples. I think he might have landed sort of in the middle. I think you can just roll it in. You can just roll this in, and he can cut the purple in. So that's okay.
And that's just what Mika does. Andrew will respot the bonus ball, and now back
12.
to Hundal now on purple right here.
Yeah, I'd just like to give a shout out to one of my friends, Carl Boys, who's watching this match tonight. He's just come off the back of winning the
13.
Bigfoot 10-ball challenge at the Great Southern Classic. He beat Shane Van Bonen in the final. Big win for him, and his first victory in America. So I'd like to congratulate him. And he's actually an alternate. He's an alternate for his Chicago
15.
team. I'm not too sure when he's going to be playing for them, but I think he really likes the game, and he's hoping to get involved.
Can you avoid it on this side?
Beat Shane Van Boden in anything. You've done
Yeah,
something.
and it was on a 10-foot table, which is probably favours Carl a bit more because he's such a great shooter of the balls, one of the best potters in the game. He's the only guy what can play really good with an hangover. I've never known a guy drink and play good with an hangover. It's amazing.
18.
Well, that's a typical Brit. They like their beer in between their matches.
Yeah, well.
They have a chance to get the 30-0 here. This is from the break shot, right?
It is.
So they've got a chance to try and
19.
get the ice break also.
Thorsten Holman's set the bar at 60 in a captain's choice shootout. The opening week of the season, we've had a couple who have had perfect runs since then. Earl Strickland did just last week.
Yeah, against my team.
That's right.
Perfect timing. Cheers, Earl. Earl Strickland's actually going to Ireland next week. He's doing an exhibition tour in
21.
Ireland, and I know it's been documented by Sky Sports in the UK, which is the biggest sports channel in the UK, and they're doing like a 1 hour documentary on Earl Strickland.
Well, that ought to be
He's a
fun.
big name in England.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, that would be fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a character. He's good for the game. Obviously, he's got a few issues here and there, but I love watching him play. He's one of my favourite players of all time.
His New York team has the week off this week, sitting in 3rd place in the North Division.
Big shot here, Steve, but the right guy's shooting this black. There's no doubt about that. He's the one guy I'd like to be shooting this shot for me.
Into the opponent's pocket, he runs it in and he
So
scratched.
unlucky.
Foul.
That was unlucky.
That was tough.
That was a bad roll, really. It's sort of
Chicago 21.
like top spin into the corner pocket.
Have the option, cue ball and handle, break and
So a
shoot.
bad break for Chicago is their chances of a shutout now very much in jeopardy.
Yeah, not only that, they won't get the shootout, but I mean, look at the lay of the balls for Pittsburgh. They've got a great chance to come back and win this game and try and get 2 points for the team. I mean, because at the end of the season, these points really add up. I mean, it's important when you're losing 9-4 that you really fight hard for them extra 2 points. Because 6 points is not too bad to put on the league standings. Well, if Chicago win this last game here and make it 11-4, then it looks like a bit of a beating. But if you can, but if Pittsburgh can dig deep here and make it 9-6, then it doesn't look too bad.
Especially when these two are battling to stay out of the cellar in the North Division.
And Sean's played a great shot.
Easy, baby. Easy.
But even so, he just rolls that extra inch. It's amazing, this table. Like when he's hit that, I'm thinking he's going to land dead straight on the black, and now he's just left him like a little tricky one. He's got to be careful.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Yep.
So Peach now on the bonus ball.
Believe it or not, let's see if he makes this.
Great shot.
Actually, Darryl, about 10 years ago, he had long ginger hair. He had long red. He used to be a redhead. He had long ginger curly hair. It was like down to his knees. And then he started going bald on the top, so then he got the clippers out, and he's been bald ever since. Like the last maybe 7 or 8 years, he went for the Ralph Souquet look.
And now he's next to Lee Brett over there, and there's
Easy, right there.
a couple of chrome domes over there.
They could be brothers.
Yeah.
They're both temperamental. Well, I think all the Brits are, to be honest.
There they are.
We're all crazy.
Separated at birth.
Yeah, if we ever play in the Moscone Cup teams together, like me, Darryl, Ralph, and we might get.
You guys might win, but it would only be by a hair. Here's Peach now. Another bonus ball for him. He gets it to go.
Yep.
6 o'clock tomorrow, Minnesota, Las Vegas. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen
12.
the dice. Charlie Williams, John Schmidt, Mike Davis. Smith
13.
strokes home the purple. So a good run here by Pittsburgh after Mika Immonen was scratching on the rebreak.
It's a shame that this wasn't the last. It's a shame
15.
that Pittsburgh didn't win the last game to make this really exciting. It would have been really coming down to the crunch if they had the match on the line on this game. But still, the 2 points very important. They want to get at least 6 points and
18.
keep the scoreboard ticking over. And they're in pretty good shape here. I expect them to. They're going to run these balls. Just got to make sure he gets good shape on the orange. Leave an angle so that he can play the bonus ball in the same pocket as the orange. Looks perfect.
19.
Perfect shot there.
Smith running down the purple, and now here's Putnam. This will tie it up at 21. And then, of course, Putnam trying to leave Peach shape for the rebreak, and it looks like he's done a great job of that. Boy, as guys come through here, there, and you ask them about the angle for the rebreak, and it's about that angle right there that guy says just about perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. He should draw this. He should. It's like a snap draw shot. This you got a snap draw shot, and you should hit the head balls, draw off the orange, and it'll be good. But this has been a nice standard this last game because Chicago come out with 21 points, break of 21, and then this is the reply from Pittsburgh. So this match could be over in 2 visits, which is very rare for a 3-on-3 match. For a 3-on-3 match is usually the scrappiest
24.
of all the games, because it's easy to play doubles than it is 3-on-3.
And now here's Smith.
Got a nice little flick on the
Pittsburgh 24.
Yeah, he just stuck that cue ball right behind the oranges there. And now Hundal left with this on purple.
Continuation.
It's all a continuous, so he's going to try and hit the... Yes,
Medium speed.
he's going to hit the purple and then try and make the combination onto the 2 oranges. Wrong side of the ball.
Come on, give us
Hold
one
up.
more time. We got a shot.
And now it looks like they've left Pittsburgh an opportunity right here. And you heard Adam Smith say you got a shot. And it looks like it's going to be purple on the side for Putnam. And then the orange sitting down there in the lower left in the bonus ball. That's all they need. One more sequence.
Yeah.
There's purple.
1.
Well, I think he's just got to spin. He's going to spin around the back of the purple and the cue ball off the bottom rail, side rail, and make shape for the bonus ball in the white hand
Can you
side
cut
pocket.
the second orange in and
He's
and
thinking
just
about
inside English it up to here?
He's thinking about making the orange, which is closest to the rail, which makes his shot very, very missable. He's got to draw it. He's got to power. No, I didn't like that shot. He could have spun around the
3.
back of the
Game
purple,
ball.
come off the bottom rail onto the side rail, and
Think
back
he's
out
gonna
for the
scratch, guys?
black.
All right, Smith wants to know if the angle's going
Think
to
he's gonna
create a scratch.
Well, let's take a look, because this is a game here.
it's game
we got
shot.
a timeout if we need it.
Yeah, it looks like a natural scratch to me. And so if he tries to cut it in the side pocket, I think it's very close to a scratch.
All right, timeout.
He's going to call a timeout. Let's see if they chat about it a little bit more.
Well, I think if he makes it, he might avoid the scratch. But if he doesn't make it and he overcuts the black, he's definitely going to scratch. But to me, it looks like a natural scratch. But obviously, they can. And Raj is just praying that the scratch, he just said so. It's all about the execution here. I didn't like it. Oh, he made it.
There it is.
6 the
Great
game,
job,
Pittsburgh.
Adam Smith, 30 to 21. So Pittsburgh is able to draw the 2 points in the end as Adam Smith rolls home the bonus ball at the end to overcome a rocky start for him. So a good job by Adam, as that will do it. But Chicago wins their 2nd straight match of the season, both of them over Pittsburgh, the Rockets 12 and Pittsburgh 6. Well, Darren, it was fun. Good luck to your aces. We'll see you Sunday afternoon at 4.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. There you see the final schedule as Chicago jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Pittsburgh, though, able to get the final 2 points of the night of the match, but Chicago gets the victory. 6 o'clock tomorrow, Thorsten Holman and the Minnesota Outlaws and the Las Vegas Dice, John Schmidt, Charlie Williams. We'll see you then, everybody. Good night from Las Vegas.